Gotta wait a sec, just to make sure everything's working. I'm still kind of annoyed by the fact that whenever I'm going live, the beginning gets cut off, so I never know exactly when I'm live. I should probably check that out at some point. Just start counting and see how long it takes until my stuff actually properly gets broadcast. Because, believe it or not, the timer in my recording software is not accurate. It always starts early, like, I think it takes at least 5 to 10 seconds that to pass on the timer before the actual broadcast is starting. And yeah, that's why I'm always hesitant in the beginning to start talking. Because I'm like, alright, if I start talking now, is it even gonna get picked up? Probably not. But, oh well. So, anyway, we are back with some Doki Doki Literature Club. Again, it's been a couple of days since I've streamed at all. Now, one of the reasons as to why that happened was, well, for most of it I don't have an excuse. But, well, for yesterday I actually do have an excuse. I wanted to stream yesterday as well, at the time of streaming this, but it just didn't work out. As for the reason why it didn't work out, well, you see, the thing is... Also, Debbie Dino, hi! You made it to a stream early on! Congratulations! Happy to see you. Happy to see you. So anyway, the reason why I didn't stream yesterday, despite me wanting to stream yesterday, was simply because I kind of hurt my wrist. Now, I know you don't usually need your wrist to play a visual novel, but I wanted to take a break for that day anyway, just in case. Get a little bit of recovery going. I don't think it's too bad, but it did hurt rather badly and it's a little bit swollen. But that's about it. So I don't think there's anything too serious, especially since it's not that bad today. So, now that I got that cleared up, even though there was no need to clear it up, honestly, let's actually jump into the game, and glad to see you got the notification, by the way. I know sometimes Twitch just doesn't send them, but I guess everything worked this time. So, we're currently seeing something that I don't quite believe I'm supposed to be seeing. Sayori is apparently awake before we are. That is strange, to say the least, because Sayori is usually the one who oversleeps. So, color me intrigued. I'm very curious to find out what's going on here. Also, right, Sayori. Yeah, I never get the notifications, but I was just on Twitch by chance and got one. Well, I guess that's lucky then. You know what? I don't know if that really helps, but maybe I could organize like a bot for Discord that sends notification whenever I'm live. Though then again, for that to work, you'd have to be... No, actually, I guess a lot of people would notice. A couple of people would notice it because they have Discord running in the background. Who knows, maybe I'll look into getting a bot for that. Don't really know though. I think that Twitch should usually send the notification anyway, so a Discord bot is not entirely needed. But I'm gonna consider it anyway. So let's see here. Why Sayori is up before we are. Also, voicing. Almost forgot about this part. Come on, Code, wake up! A lot of people have Discord on their phones, so a Discord bot would really help. Alright, I'll look into it. Just gotta work out. Should probably go into the announcement channel. I think announcements is probably the best place to place the bot. Or general. I think announcements fits. What do you want, Sayori? I've already been woken up by Mom. I have a surprise for you. Well, that certainly rouses my suspicions and makes me sit up, bleary-eyed. Does the surprise involve the house burning down and the fire brigade being called? Like the last one? I don't think so, no. Come on. Wait, what time is it? Still half asleep, I attempt to make out what my digital clock says. I don't think I've ever seen you up this early, that's what I've been saying. Well, I had a really good night's sleep last night. Plus, I set an alarm so I could wake up before you. That's dedication. Anyway, come downstairs. Okay, jeez, I'm coming. As I make my way downstairs, half expecting that Sayori has managed to blow something up, I'm hit by an aroma of food. It doesn't look or smell like the food that Mom left us either. Take a sniff. That smells really good. As the final vestiges of sleep leave me, I realize why Sayori is so excited. Hang on, Sayori. Did you make breakfast? Also, hang on. I mean, you could interpret it. That's by the way the reason hang on is in the title is again, as with every stream I've done on Sayori's character out, every single title is a little bit of a, you know, hanging joke. Because Sayori likes hanging out with us. Yeah. So if you're wondering about these titles, that's why. But I'm slowly running out of puns, so I'm not sure how much longer I can keep this up. Then again, I think I still have a couple up my sleeve. Just in case. Yep. There are so many things that I'm impressed with here. That you actually got up before me. The fact that you made food suitable for a human to consume. Or the fact that you haven't already eaten it. Hey, I really tried, okay? I move forward to embrace her, planting a kiss on her forehead. I'm just messing around, Sayori. This looks and smells great. You didn't have to do this for me, though. I wanted to. You know, to show how much you mean to me. Just started watching JoJo. It's a weird as hell anime. It is. It absolutely is weird. There's a reason it's called JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. So, there you go. What do you, by the way, might as well ask you about this. What's your opinion on the art style? In my opinion, it took a while for me to get used to it. In the beginning, I didn't really like it all that much. But over time, I started to appreciate it more and more. But in the beginning, it kind of weirded me out a little bit. As for the anime itself, I have to agree with you, it's definitely weird. But that's the point. That is the point. Because I did a bit of thinking and I realized that I don't really do that enough. You don't have to worry about that at all, but I appreciate the gesture. It's really thoughtful. Besides, it's our picnic today, so I was already in a foodie mood. I'm fine with it, I don't care what it looks like, I'm just here for a bizarre story. Yeah. Understand that. You just started watching it, so I'm guessing you're not very far. Maybe through part 1, because part 1 is only like 7 episodes. I think it's interesting that season 1 actually consists out of 2 parts. The constant shift in color schemes is weird though. I get that, yeah. Oh, episode 6, so very close to the finale of part 1 then. Nice. Very nice. Now I would ask you who your favorite JoJo is, but I can't because you've only seen one. You've only seen good old Jonathan Joestar. And technically his dad is, I'm not sure what was his dad's name. Wasn't his dad's name George? So technically he's also a JoJo. But Yeah, let's not count him. We're only talking about main guys. Sorry, almost finished with episode 7. Oh, alright then. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. Just the fact that you don't have, just the fact that it's so weird. It only gets weirder later on, so if you think part 1 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures is weird, then just wait for the rest. Just rushed here to join the stream from watching the episode. Alright then, fair enough, fair enough. I might need to rewatch it at some point as well. Then again, it's one of the longer shows I've watched, so rewatching it would definitely take a little bit of extra time. And I'm currently busy with like 6 other shows that I'm actively watching as they're coming out right now. And I mean, that's... yeah. I don't think I've ever watched 6 shows simultaneously before, but... oh well, it's definitely nice. That way you have a lot of content to look forward to, and I still manage to sit around on my PC and wonder like, oh, when's the next episode coming out of any of these shows? Started watching it today because yesterday I was listening to Opening 2 Bloody Stream over and over. The openings are amazing. Like, all the openings feel so different, but honestly none of them are bad, despite how different they are. And Opening 1 straight away was such a banger. I think JoJo's is one of those shows where you rarely, if ever, skip the openings, I feel like. But yeah, it definitely is amazing. Amazingly bizarre. Foodie? Foodish? Is that even a word? As I tuck into the food in front of me. Alright. I'm once again struck by how damn captivating Sayori can be. She went through all that effort to wake up before me, and cook me a breakfast for a start. And now her nose is all scrunched up trying to think of the right word. Damn. I really am the luckiest guy alive. The food is pretty good to boot as well. Wow. If the picnic food is as good as this, the other girls are in for a real treat. I didn't know you could cook like this. Well, I got some pointers from Natsuki. I didn't make anything fancy, to be honest. I'm an amateur. But she helped me work with what I have. Well, you guys did a real good job. Looks like Mom's fears of me eating chocolate for dinner are unfounded, eh? Well, I didn't want to say it at that time. But having chocolate for a meal sounds pretty good if you ask me. Of course that's what you think. Yeah, I figured you'd say that. I lean towards the last mini chocolate donut on the table, but as I do so, Sayori lightly smacks my hand away. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Trying to get the last donut? What does it look like? That donut's mine, Code. I grin. Oh, the game is on. Here we go. Is that so? I don't see your name on it. And with that, I dart for the snack, managing to loop it around my finger. So he jumps up and tries to pry it off me, but I'm too quick. I quickly stand up and raise my finger so that the donut is out of her reach. She jumps up to try and reclaim it, but my plan is Sayori-proof. The pout on her face quickly changes to a devious grin, which, to say the least, puts me on edge. So you think it's Sayori-proof, huh? Well, let's see if it really is. As she pushes forward, her hands aimed for my sides, I instantly realize what her counterattack is. Hey! It said in the official donut convention of 1949 that tickling is not allowed. It's outlawed! Sadly, my made-up convention and its rules go right over Sayori's head as her fingers mercilessly attack my sides, causing me to writhe and laugh. And Ducky, hi, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Hope you had a great day so far. Yeah. And hope you'll continue to have a great day. And hope you'll enjoy the stream. I hope for a lot of things. Tiring? Well, I guess not all days can be great in that case. Had a lot to do today, eh? Well, in that case, I hope you have some nice time to recover now. To get rid of all that tiredness. I attempt to back away from her, but Sayori can be just as fast when she wants to be. She pushes me against the wall as one of her hands carries on tickling me, while the other is still reaching for the donut. Also, I've finally figured out how to do auto hosts, so that's cool. Nice! Thank you very much, I appreciate it. Insta and YouTube on my Twitch. Got a lot of stuff done. Got a lot of stuff done, huh? Well, progress is progress. And that's definitely a lot of progress. From last time. Gotta check in there soon. Just to see where everything is, and probably just jump over to YouTube as well just to check. Just to check if anything's on your channel already. Yeah. But for now we have different matters to go for. I can't just pause the stream right now and just... Well, I could pause the stream right now just to go over to YouTube. But I don't think that's this is the time. In a desperate attempt, she reaches up on tiptoes and plants a kiss firmly on my lips, which totally takes me by surprise. Yes, and working on YouTube videos. Again, I'm guessing all that stuff is probably why it's been so tiring today. But you got a lot of stuff done. I'm guessing the working on YouTube videos part, out of all the things you've named so far, that one's probably the most tiring. But I don't know, did you have to... Probably had some other stuff to do as well. Won't pry too much into it, but I can definitely see that you've had a busy day. Internally, I curse myself for falling for the ruse. She's done it before, so I should have seen it coming. Then again, it's pretty much impossible to resist a kiss from Sayori. Although, the kiss has a very different feel to it. There's a real sense of urgency I can feel coming from her, a feeling that's completely foreign. As she slowly gets off her tiptoes, I find myself subconsciously lowering myself down to my normal height. At this point, the donut is all but forgotten. I wrap my arms around Sayori's back and pull her close to me, savoring her taste and smell. You're being weird again. She has me pinned against the wall, with one of her hands on my wrist, while the other caresses my face. And with my mother gone, we're home alone once more. Had to redo multiple of my videos because they were in the wrong format. Ouch. Ouch. Also, as my thoughts, I think we might multiple of, yeah, I understood it, but yeah. I think we're about to get one of our questions answered. I don't know if you remember, but on was it the previous one or the one before that? I think it was the one before the previous DDLC stream. So it's definitely been a while. But we were discussing what color her underwear might be, right? We might get an answer to that question soon. If this is going where I think it's going. As my thoughts wander over into a territory I haven't explored much, Sayori slowly takes her tongue into my mouth. Ayo, man, hi. What's up? Welcome. Bet it's plain white. Yeah, maybe. I mean, oh god, this is getting weird again. We've had this conversation before, but I think cute patterns. Maybe a strawberry pattern, or a ladybug pattern. Something like that. So, I'm a lurk. Alright. Thanks for coming anyway. Really appreciate it. Yeah. I think it's gonna get weird soon, so best prepared. Actually, speaking of best prepared, let me double and triple check. It's on, okay. Just, you know, gotta make sure. Catches me by surprise, as this is the first time she's ever done it. I'm a little hesitant at first, but I quickly grow accustomed to it. If I had any suspicion that this kiss is unlike any we've shared in the past, this new development confirms it without a shadow of a doubt. Given how closely we're pressed together, I can feel her body heat, along with something else. My mind is racing at 1,000,000 thoughts an hour. Probably do that too. I have 4 overdue essays, but gotta see the end. Well, don't let me distract you from doing homework. I think that's probably a bit more important, especially like if you have 4 overdue essays. Feel free to lurk if that's what you want to do. Then again, maybe if you want to concentrate, then watching the stream simultaneously is also not a good idea. I don't know, you do you. If you honestly feel that this is more important, then feel free to watch the stream. But again, I think if you have 4 overdue essays, might want to work on those. As the kiss deepens, Sayori moans slightly, which only adds to the allure of the situation. We're definitely going there. Okay, we're definitely going there. This is completely uncharted territory, and while I don't want the moment to end in the slightest, I have no clue what's going on. Procrastination to the max? Well, I mean, procrastination, there are always some pros. I myself have always been a pro at procrastinating. But did it work out for me? I am not sure. That's just one subject. Well, that's even worse then. We eventually break apart, with neither of us knowing where the sudden mood that befell us came from. I always love looking at Sayori's eyes after we kiss, and despite this being no exception, there's something new lurking in those beautiful blue eyes. This smile and a wink. Same, I'm a professional procrastinator here. A gathering of professionals, I see. Yeah. Gotta be a professional at something, right? Like-minded people always find each other. Fair enough, fair enough. Stand users are also drawn to each other. Gotta make that reference since you're watching JoJo. Then again, stands aren't a thing yet, right? True. Well, yeah. But yeah, I mean, like honestly, that's just... The procrastination is just one of those things a lot of people do. Like, to some degree at least. If you have some excuse... But for some people, like us professionals here, it's usually to the point where, like, if you have any excuse not to do it, you don't do it. Even if you don't have an excuse, you're like, oh no, maybe I need to rest, you're gonna make up an excuse. As always, you always find the tiniest reasons to push it off. And even if you don't have a reason, then you just forget that you had something to do. That's pure professionalism here. I'm no ladies' man, but even I can read between the lines. My heart is beating just as hard as my thoughts are whirring. Sayori? Her voice is quiet as she replies. Yes, Code? Are you sure you want to... The doorbell ringing sounds like it's coming from another reality. For a moment, it was like I was totally oblivious to space and time entirely. We release each other as I let out a frustrated groan. What is it with that damn doorbell ruining everything? First, we were about to kiss, and now we are about to... Okay, let's not dwell too much on the end of that sentence. Damn it, Sayori. Couldn't you have told them to meet us in like an hour later when you texted them? Sorry. Sayori opens it and waves at who I presume are the other girls. Yeah. God damn it. That goddamn doorbell ruining everything. I hate it. Can we just get rid of it? Just like uninstall the doorbell real quick. You chose a perfect day for a picnic. I checked the forecast for today and it couldn't be any better. Sunny, blue skies. Title drop. A slight breeze. Maybe the warmest start to March we've had in a long time. Why is Monica dressed like Sherlock Holmes? Interesting question. You know what? I never actually paid too much attention to how exactly she's dressed. I can definitely see where you're coming from with that coat. The color and everything. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Though I wouldn't know why she's dressed like that either. Maybe it's something about those clothes that just screams this individual is smart. And that's why both she and Sherlock Holmes are dressed like that. I mean, she is pretty smart. Maybe that's just cliche clothing for smart people. I wouldn't know, because I'm not among them. Did Code like the breakfast, Sayori? I did indeed. Sayori outdid herself. She learned from the best? Shame you can't cook modesty, though. What was that? No burnt houses this time. I laugh as Sayori pouts. I don't think Yuri realizes that she's unwittingly taking a jab at Sayori. Thankfully not. I'm ready to go. Code? Yeah? You realize you're still in your pajamas, right? My face flushes red. With what the Sayori incident from earlier, it totally slipped my mind. Yeah, no, I'm ready to go. I can go in my pajamas. Very casual clothing here. Oh. Give me a second. How could you forget? What were you doing anyway? An awkward silence suddenly springs up. I take that as my cue to head upstairs and get changed. Do you wanna know, Natsuki? Or rather, would you like to join in? One hasty change of clothes later, we're all on our way. Everyone seems to be in fairly high spirits, with conversation flowing between all of us. Even though we typically spend most of our lunch times with one another, getting out of school and doing something as a four is always really enjoyable. After all, Christmas was almost 3 months ago. Time really flies. How has March come about so soon? So, what's in the baskets, Natsuki? Food, I'd imagine? Natsuki rolls her eyes, but Sayori giggles to herself. She's always had a soft spot for my sarcastic humor. Well, that's a real shame, because I actually packed some lightsabers. You did? Well then. Well, same thing, I can eat those. Just blade first into the mouth. There we go. And by blade first, I mean you have... Actually, no. Yeah, let's go all out. Just put it in the mouth and then turn the blade on. Perfect. Perfect food. Very spicy. Is there a range of stuff? Sandwiches, bento boxes, soups, all sorts of stuff? Vegetarian options too, I hope. Psh, of course. What do you think I am, an amateur? A light meal. You know what? I'm ashamed for not thinking of that. Thank you very much for enlightening me that would be considered a light meal. Because a lightsaber blade probably doesn't have too many calories. So it is indeed a light meal. Also, if it's not too daring an addition. Brought some wine, eh? Yuri looks like a deer caught in the headlights. Monica, on the other hand, didn't even skip a beat. How did you know? Monica laughs softly. Come on, Yuri. Do you think I was born yesterday? You tried to bring some at the Halloween party. Jeez, Yuri, are you secretly an alcoholic? Of course not. I just thought, well, there wouldn't be anything wrong with a little bit of wine in a social situation. Sorry, I should have learned my lesson by now. It's okay, Yuri. You know what? I wanna try some too, actually. What happened to being the responsible club president? We're not exactly at school now, are we? And I guess no one would find out either. We could all try some. What's the worst that could happen? You accidentally drink the whole bottle and start wobbling all over the place. You throw up on everyone here. Hey! It's not like your tolerance for alcohol is any higher than mine. Oh, it is. The other girls look curiously at me. Is that so, Code? So it isn't Yuri who's the alcoholic then? Yeah, I've had a drinking problem ever since I was born. At this point, sake is like tap water for me. You've gotta help me, guys. Is the only difference between all the girls' voices how loud they are? I mean, what do you want me to do? Do you expect my vocal range to compensate for many different female tones? Actually, no. For Natsuki, add in a sarcastic tone. Without the sarcastic tone, that wouldn't work. I mean, I guess Natsuki and Yuri have the biggest difference in voices. I guess volume is a factor, but for Natsuki and Yuri, I think a difference is at least noticeable. But that's like most of what you can make out. I don't know, I just think it's funny. Listen, unless you're a professional voice actor, a guy can only do so many female voices. Probably shouldn't say that, I guess there are always some people out there who can do it quite nicely. And we got a double whammy. My liver has filed a divorce and my kidneys have just taken the kids. Wow. Your sense of humor is really weird. It's grown on me, to be honest. A bit too sarcastic for you initially. Little, yes. Well, they do say that sarcasm is the lowest form of wit, you know. You do know the person who said that was being sarcastic, right? Before Monica can reply, Sayori pipes up. Look guys, we're close! Come on! A little while later, the picnic has begun. We found a nice clearing amongst the trees and settled down. Everyone seems content. With such good food and nice weather, it's a given. Man, I have to admit, Natsuki, your food is on par with my mom's. That's really saying something. Out of curiosity, where did you learn to cook like this? Ha! About time you guys asked that. It's all self-taught, to be honest. There's some pretty awesome guides on the internet, so I got it from there. Could you teach us someday? Us? Yeah, Sayori and I. Mom goes on about how I should learn to cook, given Sayori is as bad as I am with food. I'm not exactly pressed for inspiration, am I? Sayori is bad with food. We glance in her direction. She's got her hands in the basket, trying to subtly take a cookie from the box. Upon realizing we're all staring at her, she quickly withdraws her hand, looking flustered. There was a spider. Yeah, there was a spider in the box, so I was just trying to eat it. Anyway, it's all gone now. I rest my case. Yuri smiles and sits back with her drink in hand. It's a little crazy to think how the school year's almost over. Christmas didn't seem so long ago. Hear an undertone of bitchy when you voice Natsuki. That's the quirk. If you have a tsundere, you gotta go all out. Not just loud, quiet, yeah. But I guess it's the biggest difference. Again, I would like to differentiate the voices a bit more, but I can't really do that all that well. Who knows? Maybe with time, if I play more games where I need to that are text driven, where I need to voice characters, maybe my vocal range will expand with practice. We will see when the time comes. Have you enjoyed the year, though? Oh, most definitely. Expanding the clubs, spending Halloween with everyone, Christmas, and now this. I had the pleasure of spending many enjoyable moments with everyone here, and it's something I'm very grateful for. Me too, Yuri. This was the first time I had fun during Halloween or Christmas. And to think it all came from a little club where people could share poems, eh, Monica? Of course. When I made the club, I had no idea where it would take us, to be honest. I had hopes that I would be able to meet other people, enjoy literature, but I didn't expect the little club to bond so well. I was pretty worried about how we'd all fare after the festival, though. My hopes were pretty shaky for the future of the club. But I was lucky in that we managed to put it behind us and carry on, which I'm really grateful for. That's okay, Monica. I think we were all a little worried about the club's atmosphere after that day. But deep down I knew that we wouldn't let it get to us. And look, here we are. She takes a bite of her sandwich. If there's one thing this year's taught me, it's the importance of friendship. Sheesh, you guys are really over-sentimental, you know that? How much have you even had to drink? Alcohol can make you really emotional. Amongst other things? Huh? Nothing. Come on, Atsuki, don't tell me you haven't enjoyed your time at the club as well. I can tell you've got a big heart, hidden away behind that facade of yours. Pfft. When did you graduate from psychology school? Hopefully in a few years, actually. Go on then, analyze me. What makes you think I have this big heart, huh? Also, can we talk about how ironic it is that our main character thinks of studying psychology, considering how dense he is to social cues that give away the people's problems he's been with. It's taken him far too long to realize Sayori has depression. He hasn't figured out anything about the other girls despite the clues they've been dropping. And this guy wants to study psychology. I mean, I guess all the more reason to do it. If we're being honest here, I guess. Yeah. Because that way he definitely has a lot to learn. But at least that way he will learn something, so maybe I shouldn't judge him too hard on his decision here. Natsuki's tone is challenging, but unlike previous instances where she's tried to put me in the spot, I have my answer prepared. Well, let's see. Secret Santa, for a start. Your gift for Yuri was pretty thoughtful, don't you think? Yuri, Sayori, and Monica nod. You could have just got her a generic horror book, but no, you put some real thought into it. Okay, so you also really helped Sayori pick out a present for me. Plus you helped her make me breakfast. And you made all this food for everyone here. So yeah, checkmate. I grin at her, causing her to scowl. You make a really annoying psychologist? I'll interpret that as meaning I do my job then. A psychologist, huh? Yeah, this year has really opened my eyes to mental health, especially with Sayori. My psychology class, this guy would have failed so damn fast. Well, let's hope he's a quick learner at least. Because... Also, your psychology class, so you're taking / have taken psychology classes. Might have mentioned that before and I just forgot. Again, goldfish brain, my apologies. It happens that I just forget stuff a lot, okay? But, in case you haven't mentioned it, You can I think you could definitely learn a lot from that. Well, one thing if you take psychology classes is that you're probably a lot more aware of what's going on in social situations. Well, but knowing more about social situations than the main character isn't really that hard, let's be honest here. One of my studies, yeah, along with maths and other things that would bore you. Fair enough. Fair enough. But still, psychology, I think that's pretty interesting. Though I'm not entirely sure if that's something that would have interested me all too much. Wow, I just completely negated what I said. It's an interesting subject, but I'm not sure if I would have ever had the attention span to sit to do that. Considering that I'm probably not the best in social situations either, considering how little social interaction I have. But still better than this guy, I'd say. I dare say I am better than the main character. This year has really opened my eyes to mental health, especially with Sayori. Mental health was never really something I paid much attention to. So it's like a whole new world has opened up for me. Sayori shifts over to me and slowly wraps her hand around mine. It's still strange for me to discuss her depression to the others. Taki, same? Same to what? The part of you're interested in psychology, to the part of you don't have many social interactions, or to the part that you're better than the main character at social interactions, or all of the above. Because there's quite a few options here, but I'm guessing it might be a mixture of all of the above. Being better than the main character, again, not hard. I'm guessing it's a mix of all of the above. It's so strange for me to discuss her depression to the others. Not in a bad way, mind you. It's just something I've gotta grow used to. Introvert? Yeah. Honestly, one thing I don't understand about most extroverts is how can you keep so many friendships going? Like, yeah, having friends, it's a nice thing, but if you have so many friends, how could you possibly manage to keep all of your friendships going actively? Wouldn't some naturally just fade away into the background, into obscurity? I don't get how people can do that. Like, honestly. It's really surprising to me. But I guess some people are capable of it. But I'm definitely not one of them. Just don't start diagnosing everyone with millions of conditions, okay? I've heard that future psychology students love doing that. They're fake? Maybe. I guess that's one way to explain it. Maybe they're just like every person I ever hung out with at any point I consider a friend. And that's how extroverts do it. That's how they can claim to have so many different friends. Or just straight up fake. But honestly, I prefer, like, again, what matters is not the quantity of friends, but the quality. When introverts make friends, they are real friends. I think so too. Like, then again... Actually, no, scratch that. I was gonna say that some of my friends, I've never really... I have some friendships that just completely broke down. But I think back in the day, I was more extroverted. Then again, as a kid, your kids are usually more extroverted, talking to everyone, making friends, because that's just like the basic thing to do. I think there are very few kids who are truly introverted. I think that's something that develops over time. I first make friends at surface level. Yeah, I guess you're right in that department then. Yeah. Again, no expert here, but still. Can't make any promises. An hour or so has passed by at this point. Most of the food has been eaten by this point, and I've taken to sitting under a tree with my legs pulled up. Cozy calm silence has descended upon the five of us. Sayori is sitting in front of me, and I have my hands gently massaging the back of her head. Ambivert, basically both, so 50% of days I'm an extrovert and the other half I become introverted. Definitely interesting. So are you more in the department of I have a lot of friends, or I have just a few friends? Or is it a mixture of both? You have a lot of, well, regular friends and a handful of really close friends. Because I usually just have close friends and that's about it. Like all my other friends who I just had surface level when I was growing up, when I was still a little bit more extroverted, all those friendships kinda, well, I've said it multiple times, they are all just kind of faded away. But I'm guessing have it I don't know. Honestly, I don't even know what I'm talking about most of the time. I just go on a rant about stuff I know nothing about, and after just a couple of seconds I completely lose my train of thought, and then I'm sitting there like, I kind of went into a topic that I've now completely dropped, because I don't have anything to say, because I don't even know what I was talking about anymore. I mean, I know the topic, but I don't even know what I was going on about. Most of my friends faded away too. Yeah. Again, same thing that, yeah, as a kid, you're more extroverted. Because for kids it's normal to just like make a bunch of friends, like you're my friend now, and you're my friend now, and you are my friend now too. Barely talk to anyone anymore, lots of them are just regular friends. The elite few are the ones I trust most. Yeah, I guess that's how it is for a lot of people. I'm guessing even extroverts also probably have some friends who they're closer with. They're not just like, yeah, no, everyone is my very best friend. But for me, basically the only friends I have are the ones I really, really, really trust. The other girls are lying nearby. After reassuring Yuri that it was okay, she pulled out the bottle and shared the wine with us. I'm not huge on the taste, and judging by Sayori's coughing and slight spluttering, neither was she. Given Natsuki looked like she just sucked on a lemon, it's safe to say that wine isn't one of her favorite drinks either. Granted, Yuri did say it's an acquired taste. Monica seemed like she enjoyed it though, and of course Yuri was utterly unfazed. Well, I could understand Yuri's reaction. Monica's was a little surprising. Maybe it's just how different people react. I can see alcohol's appeal though. I suppose if you drink it in moderation and in social situations, it can be an effective way to promote a relaxed mood. As I'm thinking of something to say, Sayori speaks up, already drunk by... I'm drunk by proxy. Monica? Are you going to run the club next year too? Oh, well, I mean, I'd like to. But next year's going to be even more stressful than this one, at least for me. Of what, those university exams. It would be a real shame if we didn't have the club to look forward to next year, though. Yeah, that suck. Not that we mean to pressure you or anything. Can you just promote Sayori from vice president to president? Is that an option? Monica laughs softly. Don't worry about that. It's only natural that you're feeling this way. Well, if my other commitments grow to be a little too demanding, I think a promotion could be in order. You mean... Yep. If I'm not around as much as I need to be, then you can run the club next year, Sayori. You're an excellent vice president. Although you'd have to work a little bit on your organization skills. Me? President? I mean, I could be vice president and help organize. I guess that's happening now. Hey, only if I can commit to it. Don't start feeding your inner megalomaniac just yet. Are you sure I'd be able to? Why don't you think you'd be a good president, Sayori? Yeah, for what it's worth, you wouldn't be half bad, you know? Yuri nods in agreement. You guys are just saying this to be nice. Not at all. You said you didn't want any special treatment, remember? Yeah, plus I don't think it's even possible for Natsuki to give anyone special treatment. Thought I had a really big heart? Touché. I don't know, it's just... Jealous of Japan's club system. Here in England we had absolutely nothing similar. Yeah, club system. I'm also kind of jealous of that. Just having like a group of people with similar interests. I think it's the students who propose the club. At least that's what this game makes it out to be, and I think that's how it actually is in Japan. As long as you can propose a club that gains enough interest, I think it gets accepted. Not entirely sure if that's how it works. But yeah, I think that something like that would definitely be amazing if more schools across the world would do that stuff. Kind of sad that that's not so widespread. Would definitely be nice. Same for us. Yeah. I mean, just imagine. Also, like if they have an anime club, like this game mentioned that at least this school in particular has an anime club. Like how many of us would actually be joining an anime club? Like, be serious here, if your school had clubs and had an anime club, I think most of us would join those. Or who knows, there might be some even more interesting ones, but... Ah, man, I wish. We all wish. But all we can do is wish. I don't know, it's just... Well, you're really good at it, Monica, and like you said, my organization is pretty bad. Plenty of time to work on it, though. And besides, you've always been a really good people person. You're much better than I am at dealing with conflict. Give yourself some credit, Sayori. That's what I've been telling her for the past few months. Welcome to my life. You guys really think I could run the club? We wouldn't be saying it if it weren't true. We have clubs, but they are the basics, like chess. Well, it's better than nothing, I guess, but still. Just imagine. Having the option to just go up to your teachers and be like, hey, I want to open a club. And then them being like, yeah, you need at least this many members initially. Then we'll see how the club does by like the end of the semester or something. And if the club is doing okay, then it gets properly accepted. Like, that's such a system. Would be so nice. But I don't know. I guess schools just most schools just think no, students can't organize anything like clubs. We can't do that. So everything needs to be in the hands of the teachers. Can't have students proposing club ideas like that. Well, I mean, I guess there would always be some weirdos who think like, I don't like. Let's make a porn club, something like that. There are always weirdos. Don't get me wrong. But it would definitely be nice if schools implemented something like that, like more, outside of Japan. Also, Fastback, hi, and thanks very much for the host. Appreciate it. How is it going? Yeah, I don't just say what people want to hear. That's very true. Sayori is silent for a moment. Must be a little overwhelming for her, especially given how she's hearing praise from all of us. Good, it's going good. Glad to hear that. We've had at least one person here who's had more of a tiring day than anything else. But other than that, I think everyone's doing okay, right? think being in clubs is something they gotta put onto their CV, so when they go apply for their jobs, they can say they were involved in a club too. That, yeah. For that little bit of extra credit, like, oh yeah, I have some experiences with similar topics because I was in a club that was kind of related to this. And yeah, I definitely am jealous of that system. I really wish that would be done more. Like, really, not just Japan. I don't know, is it done anywhere except for Japan? Not really sure. It's probably not just Japan, but mainly Japan, I think. They're the most known for it, at least. Thanks, guys. That really means a lot. Family's making me sit on the couch and watch a 3.5-hour documentary about the Bible. Wow, religious much? I mean, not saying religion is a bad thing. It's definitely a thing. Some people are just very religious, apparently. I am not among those. Definitely not me. But yeah. Is it animated? It's not boring, though. Well, at least something. Wait, are they making you watch it right now and you're just distracting yourself with the stream instead? Is that what's going on here? Or is that an entirely separate matter? But if it's not too boring, then... Hey, at least it's something, right? At least it's something. Where was I? Right. That really means a lot. If it comes to it, I won't let you down, Monica. Glad to hear it. You know, will we all be friends when we finish school? When we're at university, miles away from each other. No, I'm in the bathroom, pretending I'm going to the bathroom. Smart move. Well, can't be in there forever, so you're probably leaving soon again. But feel free to stick around for as long as you feel comfortable with, before it seems like you're taking far too long. Appreciate you coming by, but once you have to leave... I mean, I'm not the kind of person to pressure people to stay. Just say you're constipated, you can skip the whole thing. Stay there for an hour. I mean, that is an option. Is it the option I would recommend? Not really. But it is an option. Sayori looks at everyone, wearing an expression that's a mix between hope and uncertainty. I'd certainly like to think so, yes. Everyone here means a lot to me, and I wouldn't like to lose what we have. Couldn't agree more. When I first joined, I was a little surprised at how different everyone was. Gots I go? Alright then. Thanks for coming. Really appreciate to have seen you. I'll be back. Well, that's a threat. Alright then. Now, let's see what kind of progress we make. If we're gonna discover anything interesting before Fastback will be back. Wow, I'm really curious how fast Fastback will be on his trip to the TV and back. Yeah, no, that fell flat. When I first joined, I was a little surprised how different everyone was, not just in terms of literature taste, but also personalities. Yet everyone was pretty much united under one goal, to share and enjoy poems together. I can't see that unity disappearing anytime soon. Yeah, and this club has always been a place where I could read manga and enjoy it, knowing that people won't judge me for it. Lol, I guess that was at my very bad joke about Fastback's name. But thanks for the laughing out loud. That was a pity laugh, I know, but still. Natsuki's input surprises me a little. I never expected her to join in the rather sentimental mood. But hey, I'm definitely not complaining. It's funny you mention that, Natsuki, because Sayori feels the same way, the club being somewhere she can be herself, free from judgment. For, well, I used to think you guys were polar opposites. You've actually got that pretty large common ground. Both Yuri and Natsuki look surprised at Monika's insight. Now that Monika brought that up, I can really see her point as valid. Well, perhaps we're a little more alike than I ever would have thought, Natsuki. Get Natsuki's sentiment. Want to buy physical manga, but I know my family will bully me for owning it. Yeah. I mean, I only have like... There's one manga series I own. One. Now, I'm very lucky that my parents have been understanding. At least they haven't said anything about it. So as understanding as you can hope for, probably. But I only have one manga series, which consists of 3 volumes. And that's it. Because I'm also kind of partially worried that I'll be judged. Even though so far there hasn't really been anything. They haven't... no improvement, no judging, no nothing. No approving, no judging. I have a nice middle... I think I'm doing pretty solid. But I can definitely get behind that whole, yeah, I don't think I want to do it just in case they judge. Especially because, well... If most parents are also judge anime pretty harshly, because you know exactly what's going on. When you're watching anime and someone walks in, it's usually at the lewdest moments in an otherwise wholesome show. Right? That's usually what happens. Well, and if you're watching a lewd show, then you're just plain effed in the A. Why am I even saying it like that? I can curse, I'm not monetized. Anyway. But yeah. So, the whole anime, manga genre, a lot of people judge others for it. I think it's not as bad nowadays as it used to be. I think anime and manga has kind of worked itself a little bit into mainstream culture. Not too much, but enough so that less people judge you for it. And if people do judge you for it, then that's just them being idiots. Especially Food Wars. Food Wars is so anime. I mean, I haven't watched it, but I know about it, and I know the kind of faces they make when they enjoy tasty food. Food Wars and their foodgasms. I can definitely understand why, when someone walks in on a person having a foodgasm, how that would definitely seem weird. So, yeah. Also, by the way, I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but the one series of manga I own is the Little Witch Academia manga, which I mainly got because I really enjoyed the show and I wanted just that little bit of extra content. So I bought the manga, all 3 volumes. It's the first one I ever watched, so I have an unreasonable attachment to the series. That's understandable. I'm trying to think what my first anime was that I watched. Gotta think long and hard about that one, because I'm not sure. Because there's... what was the first anime I ever watched? Sword Art Online was my first one. Oh, right, the anime that descended more and more into a shit show as time went on, because they couldn't keep consistent plot. I've steered away from it because I know how stupid it gets. And everyone says that the plot is entirely thrown out the window, and the only good thing about it is the animation of the fight scenes, right? Loved season 1? And that was it. Yeah, I've heard that especially after season 1 it gets bad. But I guess season 1 is still alright. Couldn't finish season 2. Same. Yeah, Tokyo Ghoul is my first and only manga so far. Another one I've been recommended before. Damn, I have so much catching up to do in so many different anime/manga series. But I'm, again, also, that time I got reincarnated as a slime is another one I really need to watch. Especially seeing as I really like a lot of different anime in the isekai genre. And I recently got recommended to watch it. So, yeah, I think it was on Min's stream. She was drawing the main character, if I'm not mistaken. And I was, and she recommended watching it, so I definitely need to do that at some point soon. But again, I have a lot of other shows I'm currently watching. Who? Rimuru? Yeah, Rimuru. Isn't Rimuru the main character? So yeah. My favorite manga is Tokyo Ghoul. Me too, manga slaps hard. Welp. Again, the only manga series I own being Little Witch Academia, so I don't have much to say about what my favorite manga could be, because I only have one. And I think Little Witch Academia may also be my favorite anime. Or at least it's up there. Like Konosuba, also really amazing. But I think I prefer... Like, there are a lot of good animes, but I really like Little Witch Academia for its art style and everything like that. The art style, the humor, the characters, I don't know. It just really strikes a nerve with me. It's amazing. Really strikes a nerve with I don't know. Little Witch Academia really just... It's just right up my alley. What else? Watched it really like most of it. Yes. My Hero Academia isn't bad. Manga 2. My Hero is overrated. Well, My Hero Academia is one I need to watch. Did I say My Hero Academia earlier? Like, how many times did I say My Hero Academia when I meant Little Witch Academia? Or did I say Little Witch Academia the entire time and just... And I was just misheard. But My Hero Acca is another one I think I should watch. But Little Witch Academia is just the one by Studio Trigger. Little Witch Academia is one of those really amazing. I kept hearing... Oh, alright. I mean, I guess it's another one that has really interesting characters and the quirks and everything. But I haven't watched it yet. Think I might want to do that. Let's not argue it. You were saying, yeah, I was saying it, yeah. How long we can distract him from playing the game? You make a good point. I should probably get back to it at some point. 20 minutes. Hasn't that happened before, where we just like got into a real deep conversation about anime, which anime we've watched and how good they are and stuff? It's happening again. It's not the first time. I mean, I'm not complaining, but this stream is supposed to be about DDLC and not about another just chatting stream about anime. I mean, again, not complaining, but you know what? I probably should get a little bit of progress done here, and then we'll see. Then we'll see if maybe we'll pick that topic up later on. BRB. Well, you won't miss any anime talk if you're gonna be right back, so yeah. Alright, I read that already. Kinda weird how that works, isn't it? Natty grins at her and Yuri smiles tentatively back. Man, they've really come a long way since I first joined. Ah, see, this is the stuff I love seeing when we're all together. Everyone getting along and realizing how much they mean to each other. Geez, Sayori, don't get ahead of yourself. Although, going back to your question, Sayori, truthfully, I can't predict the future. There's no telling what things will be like in 2 years' time. I'd like to think we'll all still be friends, but it's anyone's guess. Yeah, that's true. Hey, look at it this way. If our friendship has taught me anything, it's that if people were destined to stay friends, life will find a way no matter what. So what if we're all at different universities all over the country? It's super easy to stay connected these days. You know, what with trains and all. Yuri nods in agreement. I think it's safe to say that we'll be here for one another, right? There's a general murmur of agreement, which warms my heart. You guys better not forget to visit me, you know? Oh, my apologies, Natsuki. We didn't mean for the conversation to exclude you. Natsuki waves away her apology. You don't have to say sorry for that, dummy. Baka. Been a while since I said that one. It's a given that you guys would be talking about that stuff. Super easy to stay connected. 2020 doesn't think so. It's super easy to stay connected. Online. Baka. Yeah, there it is. I said it. I had to. Come on. She's a tsundere. She said dummy. I literally just translated it into the more commonly known tsundere word. I mean, again, it has been a while since I said it, so it was about time I did it again. I had to. I had to. Your question is, who's best girl? I think I answered that question before. But I'm still gonna go with Natsuki here. Despite the time I spent with, despite all the time we spent on the Sayori route by now, I definitely grew to like Sayori even more as a character than I did before. But I think Natsuki's still on the #1 spot. And I think she's staying there for a while. My apologies if I'm disagreeing with anyone, but that's just how I feel. It's a given that you guys would be talking about that stuff. Well, when I'm in my final year, you guys won't be here. I don't see why we wouldn't visit you whenever we could, Natsuki. I'm sure we'd be able to. As Code said, we're all rather connected. Plus, I imagine it would be nice to visit our homeroom teachers again. Natsuki is looking at the floor. She looks like she's struggling to say something. If I had to guess, it's probably some form of gratitude expression that she's never been good at. Okay, good. Because, well, I know I haven't said it as much as you guys, but I've had a lot of fun this year too, with everyone here. There's a pause and you look dead ass into the camera. You enjoy that? Alright, that's enough creepy staring. Look like we're going to kill me. Who says I won't? Alright. Now that we got the death threats out of the way. Yeah. Got that one covered. So, yeah. Thanks, guys. You especially, Monica. Should I do the death stare more often? You know, if I raise my eyebrows like this, it just comes across as a lot less threatening. Yeah. Keep the eyebrows down, otherwise you're not threatening anymore. Or is it more threatening this way? Okay. Gotta do the head tilt, that helps. I know we kinda don't always agree on stuff, but you've been a great president. Yeah, I agree with Natsuki. The club wouldn't be what it is without all the hard work you pour into it. Sorry for not saying how much I appreciate you any earlier. I've always been kinda bad with that. I suppose I'm guilty of the same thing. But now feels like the best time to say it, I suppose. Thank you for everything. Couldn't agree more with the girls. Thanks to you, I was able to experience something I desperately needed this year. Friendship. By the power of friendship, I have evolved. And am now capable of reading social clues. At least a little bit better. And indirectly a girlfriend. So we have Monica to blame for all the mushy stuff between you and Sayori? I mean, Sayori as well, but sure. We all share a laugh. That's okay. Better late than never, right? She laughs softly. It hasn't been easy to run or juggle against everything else going on in my life, but I can say it's been 100% worth it. She picks up the wine bottle and pours a healthy measure into her glass. The bottle is then offered to everyone else, and we do the same. Wait, really? We do? Didn't not... Alright, let's face it again. Both the main character and Sayori didn't really like it that much. Sayori spitting it out and stuff. Clipped it? Clipped what exactly? The stupid stare, the head tilt, or what? But, again, just to finish my thought before I get into anything else. So, main character doesn't really like it. Sayori disliked it so much she kind of spit it out. And Natsuki looked like she was sucking on a lemon, to put it in words that the game said. So, why are we all pouring some more? I get it for Yuri and Monica, but still. And it was the stare, alright. Figured as much. But yeah, I still don't get why we're all drinking again. So, let's share a toast. Here's to another year of the Literature Club. Another year! They even had a sound effect, how nice. We all clink the glasses together and take a sip. With the sun shining, the warm glow that the wine has ignited within me, the feel of Sayori in my arms, and the content, relaxed atmosphere surrounding us. It's bliss. And I couldn't be any happier. A little while later, the sun has started to set. A general air of drowsiness has started to creep in. We've started to make our way back home. I'm still in high spirits. Today has been such a good day. You know what I just realized? Before everyone came, Sayori and main character were kind of in, the mushy mode, where they were about to do it. And now we're done. It's getting dark outside. And both the main character and Sayori have had alcohol. Can the wine kick in with Sayori soon? That's what I'm saying. We were about to do it before everyone showed up, and now we've got alcohol in the mix. I think this might be the moment we've been waiting for all this time. Like, we've been waiting for this moment for 2 or 3 streams now, and I think it's finally happening. Prepare yourself. We'll see everyone later. I really enjoyed it today, Sayori. Thanks for suggesting it. That's okay. Yeah, it was nice. See you guys later. As everyone heads off, Yuri speaks up. I should probably get going as well. As Sarah and I move to join her, Yuri shakes her head. I'ma go live. Alright then I guess I'll know who to host once I'm finished. I guess I know who I'll host. Or rather raid. Which, most of the time it's you. Because it just works out when it comes to timing. Because whenever I'm live, most of the time you're live by the time I'm finished, so yeah. So some people wanted me to go live. Yeah, no problem, don't worry about it, If you want to go live, go live. It's not like you need to be here. And if you want to know what's going on, you can always just watch the archive. I appreciate you coming by anyway. I mean, I could be the guy who's like, well, you should stick around because I want to get my average viewers up, and if you go away now, it's gonna go back down again. But I'm not that kind of guy. Like, I know it's gonna take some time to get the average viewer up to the average viewers up to 3, and I'm not gonna rush it because there's no need to rush it. Because if people really want to give me money, then instead of subscribing, they could always use the donate button. Then again, subscribing is better because you usually have Twitch can subscribe for free if you have Twitch Prime. So I guess that's another option why I really should be working to get that, well, to get that affiliate going. But yeah. You should stay for the next couple of scenes. Okay, I'll stop. Mine's like 2 because you keep raiding me. Well, at least I'm helping. Mine's like, as I said like previously, 1.9. I think after this stream we might be up to 2 at least, because whenever I'm looking at the viewer count, it's always either 3 or 4. Well, not counting the beginning, of course. It took a while to get there. But yeah. Well, at least I'm glad I'm able to help you out with that. I mean, I think your bigger issue is getting the amount of followers you need, not the view count. For me, it's the other way around. I have enough followers, but the viewer count is still a bit lacking. But hey, always glad to help you. If my raids help you, then all the more reason to do it. As Sayori and I move to join her, Yuri shakes her head. It's okay. Oh, she realizes the mood. You two have already done so much for me. You know, Yuri, you could join too. Nah, let's stop it. After all, we've already seen Yuri's private time with us. And after today, I think I'll be okay. So enjoy the rest of your evening, okay? I'll see you later. She smiles a warm smile at us and walks off. I'm glad he's feeling better. That makes 2 of us. I guess everyone realized just how much the club means to them, huh? Yeah. Anyway, it's getting late. We should head back. As we settle down into bed, I feel myself slowly drift away into the dream world. Or at least I would if Sayori didn't break the silence. Code. If you're asking me for a favor which involves me having to physically move, then it's a no, sorry. Alright then, you can be bottom, I guess. I guess that you can be bottom. No. I was just going to ask. Are you doing anything tomorrow? Not to my knowledge, no. Or I guess we could do it tomorrow. Why? Oh, no reason. It's immediately apparent that she's up to something. I'm too tired to push it though. So instead I just go along with whatever it is. Fair enough then. Oh, I need to sort some stuff out tomorrow, so could you pick me up from my house at about 4? I narrow my eyes at her, before realizing she can't see it in the dark. Yeah, sure. Thank you. Sometimes you make absolutely no sense, but I've grown to not question it. Good night, Sayori. Good night. So we're not being bottom here, we're waiting like another day. But 4. 4 in the morning? Or probably not 4 in the morning. Obviously the best psychology student, not bothered to know more about what's going on in someone's mind. Absolutely. Yes, I need... If I want to analyze your psychology, then I need information. But I'm not going to ask you for that. I'm just going to guess. Not bothered to know about what's in someone's mind. That's just perfect psychology, student, as you said it. Yeah. Definitely wouldn't have dropped out of your class, was it? I mean, what are we expecting from him, let's face it. As I open my eyes and slowly grow more awake, I'm suddenly aware of a warmth on my chest. Sayori has somehow managed to contort herself so that she's lying diagonally across my body, with her head planted firmly on my upper body. Well, that's just perfect. The best blanket. Also, since I was talking about the average viewer count earlier, since the Slenderman stream that I've got planned and am still pushing off to the best of my abilities, since I am going to announce that one ahead of time, and I'm gonna actually put down an exact date and time of when that stream is gonna start, because I want to make sure that people are able to come and join me. After all, that stream is supposed to be my 50 follower special. But again, don't have the plan right now. Don't have any specific plans right now. But I do want to set a specific time and date ahead of time, so that since it's supposed to be a 50 follower special, people can actually prepare for it. And I want everyone's input on it, like when a good time would be. My best guess would be on a Saturday. And same streaming time as usual, like 11 PM Central European time on a Saturday. That would probably be the best time to do it, I guess. Because it's on a weekend, and unlike Sunday, people have the next day for free as well, usually. So, I think that's how I'm gonna do it. But again, I'm gonna announce it once I've got everything sorted out. So I'm still not looking forward to it, because I'm very easily scared, but we'll see, we'll see. I'm gonna push through. I promised I'd do it, so I'm gonna do it. And since I'm announcing it ahead of time, who knows, maybe my average viewer count will actually increase upon that stream. But for now, it's a slow and steady process. I can feel the warmth of her breath through the fabric of my pajamas. Almost read that as something else, but yeah, you know. Only Sayori could manage to fall asleep like this. Typical girl. Can't help but smile while I gently stroke the back of her head. Her hair has always been very soft and pleasant to touch. As I move my hand towards my face to scratch an itch on my nose, Sayori suddenly mumbles. Put your hand back. In your hair? Sorry, I don't speak pillow. I'll take that as a yes, though. Feels really good. You're literally like a cat, you know that? A beautiful blue-eyed cat with lovely hair. Okay, that sounded a bit weird, didn't it? Well, what's wrong with a cat girl fetish? I guess we're slowly starting to expose our main character's fetishes. But again, nothing wrong with it. Just a bit. She jerks upright as I poke her in the ribs. She's always been sensitive to that. Code? Oh, it's so comfy. Sorry. I pull her towards me. Here, you can use me as a pillow again. She grumbles but eventually settles down once more. You make a really good pillow. Thanks, I've been training my entire life in the Human Pillow Championships. I only got 3rd place last time, so it's nice to know I'm doing better now. At this proximity, I can literally feel the vibrations from her laughter on my own skin. Stop making me laugh, I'm trying to sleep. I don't know, Sayori, if my pillow couldn't make me laugh, I'd be mighty impressed. Maybe you should be a little more appreciative, gosh. It's rude to keep a girl from her beauty sleep, Code. Why would you need beauty sleep? You're perfect the way you are. Okay, even though I said it, I have to admit that was pretty smooth. And cheesy, but yeah, I guess it's kind of smooth as well. Kudos, MC. I really want to just get into the main character role a bit more, but you know, with all the stuff he's doing, sometimes I just can't relate to him as much as I would like to. So I can't accept the role as being me, despite the main character being named Code. I just can't fully commit. I was able to commit a lot more on the Natsuki route, but oh well. I think, at least. Since when did you have such a charming side? About 4 seconds ago, apparently. Better late than never, right? Sayori yawns and stretches, sitting up once more. Even with her hair plastered all over her face and her eyes still riddled with sleep, I don't think it's possible for her to look bad. Something on my face? Just admiring how beautiful you really are. How am I meant to reply to that? By flailing so that I get to further admire how cute you are? You're such a meanie. But I'm complimenting you. Would you rather I said you looked like an ostrich or something? Well, ostriches are pretty cool. Okay, but if people think I'm a weirdo for calling you my ostrich in public, I'm blaming you. Oh, Sayori, my little ostrich, get over here. Well, ain't that just a cute name for your significant other? She bursts out laughing. I kinda wanna see that now that you've said it. I roll my eyes. You must be the only girl on the planet who'd rather be called an African flightless bird than beautiful or cute. Yep. But don't forget, you chose me. Let's just go make breakfast. So what's this mystery plan you've got lined up for today then? Ooh, that! Well, I want to keep it a surprise. But you've already told me that you've got something planned, so that's kinda a giveaway in itself. Oops. Well, you still don't know what's gonna happen. Anyway, I've got a bit of time until we have to go, so what should we do? Fancy watching anime? I've been playing games a lot recently, figured it could be a nice change. I don't really know any, but sure. Awesome. That was super confusing. Yeah, time travel plot lines can get pretty perplexing. I heard they're really hard to write as well. Or hard to write well. The show pulls it off pretty well though. Was it just me who thought that the red-haired girl kinda reminds you of Natsuki? I can see it. She glances at the clock. Ooh, I need to go and get ready soon. Okay, let's see. Can we get this reference down, if it is a reference? An anime with a time travel plot and a red-haired tsundere. I feel like I should know it, but I don't. Then again, I haven't really watched many time travel anime. Like, I guess ReZero kind of counts as a time travel anime. But not entirely. Huh. Yeah, I really don't get the reference, if it is a reference. If anyone knows, feel free to enlighten me. But I feel like with how few people are here, I don't think there's too high of a likelihood that anyone knows. Ooh, I need to go and get ready soon. You preparing for something like this? Keeping it a secret? You haven't been abducted by the Yakuza, have you? No, but that'd be kind of fun. Something tells me that Sayori doesn't know that much about Japanese gangsters. Oh, by the way, you don't have any dress shirts, do you? Yeah, I do. I think it'd look really nice if you wore one today. So, what you're really saying is that wherever we're going has a smart dress code. Is it the restaurant we wanted to take her to on Valentine's Day, but then kinda failed at doing because she didn't feel up for it that day? Ouch, my wrist. Alright, anyway. She doesn't answer. Could seriously be ReZero? Really? Actually, well, I guess Ram's hair is a little bit more pinkish, but it is a time travel anime because the main character travels back. Even though Ram has a little bit more pinkish hair, it still could count as more of a red. And she definitely acts a little bit mean all the time. You know what? It could actually be. Could actually be ReZero. I mean, it ticks the two boxes we have. It's a time travel anime, it has a red-haired character who's constantly mean. Even though, again, slightly more pinkish, I think, but still. You know what? I really should have given it some more thought. But you are right, it could actually be it. Could actually be that. Speaking of ReZero, since we're already getting sidetracked here, can I just once again say that I'm really enjoying the series? Like, I've just watched the most frequent episode a short while before streaming, and man, oh man, it's great. I'm not gonna say anything just in case someone hasn't watched it, and I really don't want to spoil anyone here. But why is this show so amazing? I mean, it's so dark, but it can pull off humor as well when it wants to. And it's just a really good story. Like, I know there are a lot of people out there who don't like it. Like, there are a lot of people who are like, no, I hate this show, specifically the main character sucks completely. But the thing about Subaru from ReZero is that he's supposed to be imperfect. Because it makes him more realistic. The fact that, of course he's not perfect. Of course he has his own desires and needs. Of course, it's just... Why? A lot of main characters are just fall into that perfect, yeah, I'm the main character here, I gotta do everything completely right, I'm entirely selfless. But Subaru as a main character, he makes more sense. But a lot of people hate him because of his imperfections, which I don't really get that much. Could be pinky red hair time traveler. Don't really like ReZero. Something about it bored me, and I haven't watched the. I watched the first season and the second of the new episodes. I don't know if I'm into it. Well, I guess it's fair. Personally, I really like it. I just don't get why some people absolutely despise it. If you're not too fond of it, that's fair. But if you absolutely hate it, then I don't really get why. But if you're not that into it, I mean, I guess. It's a little bit outside of what I usually prefer. I usually like anime that are a lot more comedy focused, whereas ReZero is a little bit more focused on the dark aspects of the story. But it does, as I've said, it does pull off the comedy when it wants to. And I have to say that the villains I also, well, not all of them. I think Elsa is kind of meh as a villain. She just feels a little bit generic. I'm not sure if she's gonna get more development in season 2 now, in any future episodes or potential future seasons. But I think Elsa's a little bit too generic for me as a villain. Peter Giusamani Conti, however, is amazing. I really enjoyed him as a character. And just the fact that he's only one of 5 Sin Archbishops just has you really hyped for all of what's to come. Don't really like the usual anime that is like castles and magic. It's too overdone, I guess. I understand that. It's classic fantasy isekai anime, and a lot of it's. I get why it's overdone. I get what you mean. There are a few really good ones in that category. But considering how many bad ones are also exist in that category, yeah, that genre definitely has its deficits and benefits. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Sorry, Sayori, I got a bit distracted, but yeah, see you soon. She puts her plate away and heads to the door, leaving me to contemplate what she's just said. I open my wardrobe and swift through my clothes. It's been a while since I've had to wear a dress shirt. It's not something I'd normally wear, but I could tell what Sayori was getting at. Guess it's kinda hard to tell me what to wear when the whole thing is meant to be a surprise. Still, I reckon this one will do nicely. I'll pack a hoodie in my backpack too, just in case. After freshening up, I stand in front of the mirror, nervously checking how I look. I get the feeling we're going to some kind of restaurant, although I can't imagine why. Probably to make up for the time she missed out. She might have asked what you had planned. Might have asked someone else. Like either the mom or Monica. It's not like today's Valentine's or anything like that. Make sure for some nice variety at least. Also, we're gonna get to see Sayori in a fancy dress. Maybe. Color me intrigued. Either way, I want to look nice. Well, it looks like it's time to meet her after trying to smooth my hair one last time I head out. So it's already there by the time I arrive at her house. Alright, let's see. Hey! May I just... There we go. She's definitely pulling it off. Also nice we got some new sprites for Sayori. Not getting anyone else in fancy dresses, but hey, you gotta admit it looks nice, right? Thumbs up from me. I approve. Wow, Sayori, you look... like an ostrich? Absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Code. I'm glad you like it. Red bow, red dress, we approve. Yes, liking the open shoulder. That definitely adds to it. Like, seriously though. That actually looks really nice. I'm kind of sad now that we don't get any of the other characters in fancy dresses. Kind of sad that that's not the case, but I'm in no place to complain, considering the beautiful sight we are beholding here. You've always looked really nice, but this is something else. Off to Code? Oh, sorry. Someone's getting into the spirit of the day. She giggles and loops her hand around with mine. I can smell her perfume, which only adds to her allure. You look really handsome, by the way. Like one of those fancy spies. Don't overdo it. So where are we going? You'll see. Here we are. We're standing in front of a fancy-looking restaurant. Looks like my hunch was correct. Oh, no way. What? This is the exact restaurant I was going to take you on Valentine's Day. Really? Yep. Did you get the recommendation from Monica by any chance? Sure did, and I'm guessing you did too? She nods, giggling. Wow, what are the chances? New background? What do you mean new background? Oh, right. No, I think we've seen it before. I'm not sure. We've seen it during the day and during night. I think we've seen it in winter. But I'm not entirely sure if we've seen it during the evening. But yeah, new background in this mod. Not new to us, probably, but this mod new to the game in this mod. Now I'm trying to think if we've seen this place during the evening before. I'm not quite sure. We might have. But considering how many different states of this place we've seen, with daytime, nighttime, winter and all that, you know, it's really well drawn and I love the art. That's one thing I really do enjoy about this game too. They really about this mod specifically, they really do a great job of fleshing out the characters more. The characters are far more fleshed out here. Considering, yeah, the original game did have kind of a problem with that because it stopped after the festival, pretty much. But here you actually get to experience more of the character, and I think this mod did an amazing job. The art is amazing, both the new character sprites and the backgrounds. I mean, yeah, there are some flaws. I often complain about any spelling mistakes or anything of that I find. But, you know, those little mistakes don't really matter when the overall mod is really great. Also, what are the chances that's stupid? Both of you know know next to nothing about dating. And Monica's really smart and your club president and you trust her. So why wouldn't both of you ask her if you needed advice? I guess we really do think alike. Also that. So that explains your dress and why you asked me to wear a smart shirt. All makes sense now.
Sorry, it was really hard to tell you about the dress code while trying to keep the whole thing a secret. I must have sounded so awkward.
Nah, I get your reasoning. Besides, I'm really hungry, so let's just head in. This is definitely new. This is definitely an entirely new background that we've not seen before. So, definitely looks fancy. Seems like a nice place. Crap, but with all this talk about food and this fancy restaurant, now I'm starting to get slightly hungry. But it's not too bad. After the stream is done, I'm definitely gonna go have to grab some food. Man, Monica wasn't wrong about the description of this place. The first thing I notice is the warm, cozy atmosphere it radiates, accompanied by some pleasant jazz. Sayori seems impressed as well, given how much she's gushing over how the restaurant looks. The detail. The detail is definitely amazing, yeah. Also, I see that instead of going for the regular oh my god, you went for the nice old oh mein Gott. You gotta get all your German out while you can, right? Considering that I actually know how to speak German. Can't do that on many other streams, I guess. As a waiter comes over to tend to us, I make a mental note to thank Monica the next time I see her.
All this stuff looks so tasty. Although I don't know what half of it is.
Then, how do you think it's tasty?
Sixth sense.
Studied for 4 years, I gotta get an inkling of use from it. I mean, I guess that's fair. If you study something for 4 years, naturally you want to use it at some point. Completely understandable. Would be a waste otherwise. I didn't know that a movie about ghosts taught you about food.
Not ghosts, silly.
I know, just messing. Are you going to have a starter?
I think I'll try the...
Prepare for me to butcher every single word now.
I think I'll try the chawanmushi with shrimp.
Wasn't aware that you liked shrimp that much, but okay.
It's not every day I get to come here, so I figured it'd be a good idea to try something new.
Not a bad idea, actually. I'll do the same. I think I'll go for the yakitori. I think I probably said that one better than the previous one. A little bit less butchery. Don't come at me with your fancy food names.
So...
Then again, it's probably just... It's not just that it's fancy food names, it's... We're not just in a fancy restaurant, but it's also Japanese food cuisine. So another reason why I'm not that comfortable with it yet. I mean, it's not like I don't know any Japanese, but still. Ain't perfect. I ain't perfect. No one's... Nobody's perfect, as they say, right? Oh, no.
You're probably wondering why I took you here today, right? It probably came across as kind of random.
Yeah, a little. I don't mind, though.
Well, I was thinking about Valentine's Day. I felt kind of bad we didn't get to do anything on the day, just because I wasn't feeling up to it. So I wanted to make it up to you.
You didn't have to make anything up to me, Sayori.
But I did. You were looking forward to spending the day with me, and I just told you to leave me alone.
There was a reason for that. I didn't want to force anything, and besides, it's not like you chose to have a bad day, was it?
Well, no, but...
So don't worry about it. I'd have much preferred we had a nice, romantic evening together when you felt like in the mood for one. Forcing one just because it was Valentine's is a pretty bad idea anyway. Anyway, the food here is great. Looks like Monica really knows her stuff, huh? Here we go again.
The chawanmushi is so tasty.
You know, might be worth learning how to cook. Given how you love food and how much I love seeing a smile on your face, might be something I'll look into. You know, for the future. She blushes slightly.
Speaking of which, I've been thinking about the future. Our future.
Back for like 10 minutes. Hey, Fastback, welcome back. We're currently on a romantic dinner with Sayori. So, there's that. Didn't have too many conversations about anime, as I said. Then again, we did talk about ReZero briefly. And that how generally fantasy isekai is kind of overdone. But yeah, how's the documentary? Good question, Devi. Devi Dino. Kind of interested myself. How is that going? You said it wasn't boring at least, so care to share like a little bit of how it's going? Learn anything new? I'm not gonna dwell on it too much because after all, if you're back, then I should probably get some progress done so you have something to watch. So, while I wait for an answer, that's just what I'm gonna do.
I know it might seem a bit early though.
Almost asleep, so not too entertaining, I guess. Nah, it's pretty natural, right? I have those thoughts from time to time as well.
Where do you think we'll be when we finish high school?
That's all you need to say. It got boring. Well, I guess they just said, we gotta make the beginning interesting enough so that people start sticking around, and after that we just don't care anymore. I think that's how that went.
Where do you think we'll be when we finish high school?
Assuming you haven't got bored of me by then?
Code, I never get bored of you.
Kidding. In reality, well, I'd like to think we'd still be together, you know? Yeah, we've only been a couple for, 2 months, but honestly, it feels a lot longer.
Probably because we've known each other for so long, right?
I take a bite out of my food. It's really good. That's probably it, yeah? I think we got really lucky in that respect. I read somewhere that the best relationships tend to form when two people are best friends before they start dating. What do you think that is? Or what do you think why that is?
Probably because they get to know each other really well before they get into a relationship, right? They know what their partner likes and dislikes, along with their hobbies, interests, and values. And because friends argue, fall out, and make up, each person would know how to handle the other when they fight. Which would be really useful when dating them. Plus, it also gives them a long time for their feelings to grow. Nothing is rushed or anything.
Give me a quick second. There we go. Had to freshen up a bit. Sounds like you've given it some thought.
I like to think about these things. It really helps to keep the peace.
I never thought of that. You can't really keep people happy if you don't understand them, right?
Yep.
You're pretty perceptive and smart. I've always enjoyed seeing that side of you. Sorry, chat is a little bit small, so whenever someone sends an emoji, I sometimes need to lean in to check to see what it's about. Just so it doesn't look like a little bit of a blur. So my apologies if I'm sometimes not reacting to emotes as much as to text. I know, even though I just said chat was small, I can still read the text flawlessly, but having problems with emojis. What's wrong with me? But I don't know. I think usually I get it when, even if I say that emojis seem kind of small, sometimes I usually still get them. Like a good old seems good. And yep, exactly that. But hey, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm doing fine.
Really?
Well, let's take the incident where you forgot your gloves back in November. Was a pretty clever way to get me to hold your hands, and it worked too. I don't know what it was about. I don't know what it is about that crafty side of yours that's so alluring. Perhaps it's because I never know when it's going to strike next. So it always keeps me on my toes. There's always been much more to you than meets the eye, I guess.
It's a bit devious, but it's kind of fun to play with people like that.
Which is why it's all the more rewarding when I manage to get you back. We always try to one-up each other, something that's stayed with us since childhood. It's fine, all. It's fine. I see that text. Also, sorry for that one. It's fine, guys. I'm doing fine. But yeah. We always try to one-up each other. Yeah, I read that. And what I love the most is that it's our unique little in-joke. In-game? I don't know what the right wording would be.
Yeah, definitely. I really enjoy it too. It's our own little thing that no one can ever take away from us.
Precisely. Sayori pushes her empty plate away from her. Unlike many times before, she didn't just wolf down her meal as fast as possible. Nor did she take a remarkably long amount of time to eat it. It looks like her appetite is a lot more consistent these days.
Can I see the menu? Can I see the dessert menu?
Only if you promise me that you won't buy the entire thing.
Can't make that promise, sorry.
I hand the menu over to her. Her eyes light up as soon as she scans the options. How can you even fit any more food in? Your main looked really filling.
Dessert doesn't go to the stomach, Code. It goes to the heart.
Couldn't agree more. Like, no matter how full you are after eating, there's always room for dessert. At this point, I'd rather read 5 pages of the Bible than watch the 3-hour frickin' movie. I mean, if you're a speedy reader, all the more reason, right? But yeah, I totally understand. I get it. Well, at least, one thing about the movie is, with reading, you kind of gotta concentrate on reading. If you're watching a movie, you can just kind of zone out after a while. But for reading, you actually gotta focus at least a little bit, otherwise you're not gonna get anything done. So I guess that's one upside to watching it as watching that documentary rather than reading. One of the few upsides. That may be the dumbest yet most profound thing I've heard in a while.
Ooh, look, they have chocolate cake. And comes in with vanilla ice cream.
So boring. And I guess there's no way out of it, right? If your parents want... Sounds like it, yeah. But I guess there's no way out of it. If your parents really want you to watch it, then I guess you can't really do anything. And actually falling asleep would also be stupid, because then they'd call you out on it. But as long as they don't ask you questions about it afterwards or during it, again, you can just kind of zone out and try to occupy your mind with something else. That works sometimes. Not always. But that's honestly all I can say about that right now.
And it comes with vanilla ice cream. And sprinkles.
Ice cream fills the cracks of the stomach. There you have it. But it's not just ice cream. I feel like any dessert is kind of like, yeah, no, there's still room for it. But ice cream is like the go-to dessert, I think. You know what? You've got me in a dessert mood now. Let's have two. After a while, we finish our meal and the waiter comes over with the bill. Ouch. Well, at least you get what you pay for here. As I pull out my wallet, Sayori intervenes.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
I'm paying for it?
There's no way. There's no way I'm letting you pay for this alone, Code.
It's okay. Mom left me some money.
That's not the point, silly. You already do so much for me. So this time I want to give something back to you.
Also, don't forget she's the one who invited you. If you're the one to invite someone for food, and then you make them pay for it, I don't know, it seems kind of like a bad move. So if you invite someone for food, the least you can do is split the bill, if not pay for it entirely. And even then, if you invite someone, it's usually expected that you pay for it. Hence, what you go to the bathroom after before eating? After eating and before paying, probably. Or are you talking about the dessert again? But I don't want you to pay for this entire thing either. It's hardly cheap.
Nuh-uh, not this time.
I open my mouth to argue, but Sayori's resolution holds firm. Okay, if you insist. She smiles sweetly.
I do.
We pay the bill and stand up to leave. I'll find a way to slip some yen into her pocket when she isn't looking. Does her dress have pockets? Are you slipping it into her bag?
Wow, look at the stars, Code.
I think we've been here one time already. I think we've seen this background exactly once before. And that was at the very end of Yuri's character out. When we were going to like a festival or something, and afterwards we were just sitting around staring at the night sky. And you were talking about dessert, alright. So, yeah. Interesting to see this again after so long. She's shivering. A given, really, due to the temperature and the wind and what she's wearing. The dress she's wearing probably doesn't help, yeah. Luckily, I came prepared. You're gonna pull out your hoodie and give it to her? Yeah. I pull out the hoodie from my backpack. Standing behind her, I help her into it. Once I'm done, I hug her close to me and plant a kiss on the back of her neck. Also, again, another new sprite. This will probably be the only time we see this sprite of her, but the devs still put in the effort to make it, even though there's only one scenario you're gonna see it in. Like, the moment this scene is over, she's not gonna be wearing that anymore. It's literally for only one scene. And okay, bye, well, maybe see you later again if you do decide to take another break. Don't really know, though. But good luck, yeah, and hope you're not getting too bored. Hope you're not getting too bored. But it seems like that's pretty much unavoidable. They might look beautiful, Sayori, but they have absolutely nothing on you. And thank you.
Oh, for paying? It's nothing. I just didn't want...
No, not for that. Thank you for taking a chance on me, for letting me back into your life, and for letting me help you. You keep talking about how much I've done for you, but I don't think I've told you how much you've done for me. You gave me something to look forward to each and every morning. Even on days where we didn't spend time together, just seeing you, if only for a minute, was enough to make my day better. It's all thanks to you that I was introduced to a world of poetry and a club filled with friendship. Didn't realize just how badly I was missing friendship in my life until that fateful day where you let me walk with you to school all those months ago. If it weren't for you, I would have probably spent my last 2 years of high school alone, becoming more and more of a need by the day. You've made such a positive change to my life, and I can't thank you enough for that.
Aw, Code.
But there's so much more than that. Seeing your eyes shine when you laugh, seeing your nose scrunch up when you're thinking about something, hearing your laugh reminiscing about the good old days. A day never goes by where I don't consider myself the luckiest guy on the planet, all because a girl as beautiful and amazing as you are considers me her boyfriend.
I don't know what to say,
It's okay, Sayori, you don't have to say anything. I just wanted to let you know how much you mean to me, because you honestly are my world. I love hearing your laugh, I love seeing your smile. I love how you're a daily part of my life now, but most importantly, it's now or never. I love you, Sayori. Well, that's it now. Those 3 words have been spoken.
Really?
Really, really. I'm sorry if that came out of the blue, or...
I love you too, Code. I was scared that I'd say it too soon. I didn't want to scare you or anything.
Can't help but stifle a slight laugh. That's exactly how I've been feeling. We really are on the same wavelength. She reaches up to wipe a few happy tears away.
It feels so good to finally be able to say it.
It does. It really, really does. She turns around to face me with tears in her eyes. She slowly leans her face towards mine, and we share a kiss. A kiss that feels entirely different to any other kiss we've shared before. Is it because we've both finally exclaimed our love for each other? Or because we're doing the stereotypical thing of kissing under the moonlight? Who knows? We break apart, but our faces remain close. Sayori's voice has lowered to a whisper, and our eyes remain closed. She's still shivering a little, but she carries on regardless.
I can't believe we're actually in this situation right now. I had dreams about this moment where we'd get to say those 3 words.
We open our eyes at the same time.
I was so scared that this would feel wrong, or that it wouldn't match my expectations. I think that's another reason why I was scared of saying it too early, but I'm so glad we waited for the right moment.
Me too, Sayori. It's all been worth it. She laughs softly.
I knew there was something about you, back when we first laid eyes on each other all those years ago. You always made me feel warm and fuzzy inside, and that never changed, no matter how many years had passed. It took me a long time to realize my feelings. And they were confusing. I didn't know why I'd find myself smiling for no reason. And even though the rain clouds were there, no matter how hard it rained, they could never put out that tiny little ember. That tiny little ember that was you. Which was always there. And I was...
No, I know that's just her being cold, but still. Gotta do the brr again after the previous stream. Oh god, it's giving me flashbacks of cringe. And I still did it again. I still did it again in the same way. Well, it looks like Mother Nature doesn't care the slightest for romance. I had to do it again. Oh god. I still can't believe I did that, by the way. Like how chat urged me to do it really loudly and aggressively, despite it being in the middle of the night for me. God, my neighbors must hate me. But I try to keep my voice not as loud. The cold winds, which were fairly dormant, have suddenly burst to life. We can continue this at home, don't worry.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
I laugh and pull her close to me, trying to warm her up. Oh yeah, we're gonna continue this at home. Where's this going? This development that we're gonna continue at home? Maybe continue in the bedroom? One speedy power walk later, we're both back at home, savoring the warmth of the room. Why is it suddenly daytime? Oh yeah, and it woke me up, I remember. Yeah. Sorry about that, by the way. But when chat urges you to do it, then you do it. Though I'm gonna cut back on that mentality of doing it just because I'm asked to. In the future, I'm gonna be a lot more selective about the things I actually do, just to avoid the cringe a little bit better. But again, why is it suddenly daytime? And I don't like it. Oh, yeah. Your face and laugh when you said that. But honestly, I honestly mean that. I'm sorry about that. Then again, you did say you had stuff to do, so I guess it was entirely wrong to wake you up. One speedy power walk later, we're both, savoring the warmth. Luckily, the atmosphere hasn't been disrupted too much. That's much better. Now, what were you saying? She walks up to me, puts her hands on my face, her thumb slowly massages my chin, and her other hand goes up to stroke my hair. That's what it's stroking, my hair. I am glad.
I was so scared to fall in love. When you told me you liked me, I had no idea how to respond. And as you saw, I panicked.
She smiles ruefully.
But things are different now. You helped me realize that it was okay to take the chance, that maybe, just maybe, my own happiness isn't something I should hate. Things aren't entirely perfect, but I'm happy with where I'm at now.
You should be, Sayori. You've been so brave and you've overcome so much.
And that's all because of you. You were once that little ember, but now you grew into a roaring fire. A fire that refused to be put out.
Again, with the poetry here. Sayori's just so poetic, isn't she? She kisses me once more. To my surprise, she uses her tongue again. Immediately, my heart starts to race. I'm very well aware of what the atmosphere was like the last time she kissed me like this. And this time, there's no one around to interrupt us. It's happening, guys. Are you ready? Kind of sad that my viewer count has halved since we previously were in this situation. But this is the chance for everyone to come back and face what is probably going to be the moment everyone's waiting for. The big reveal. The big color reveal. I kiss Sayori back just as passionately. That hunger, that sense of urgency, it's all flooding back to the both of us.
I need you, Code.
Goosebumps erupt over my arms. Oh man. Yeah, oh man, indeed, it's happening.
And there's so much more I could say, but I think there's a better way of showing how I feel.
I can hardly hear her over the sound of my heart thumping in my chest. Is this really happening? It is. Oh man. Everyone join in on the oh man. It's happening. Hope you're ready. Are you sure? Am I sure that... I am sure that sensor nudity is on. I'm just gonna turn it off and on again just to make doubly sure. Twitch, be kind to me. I'm censoring nudity, so she should be in her underwear, at least. Please. Please. But it happened before with Yuri, so since this is the second time I'm encountering such a scene, and the previous one hasn't caused problems, this one should be fine too, I think. I think it should be fine if the previous one was fine. I'm scared. I am too. But from previous experiences... Well, from one previous experience, I feel like we should probably be fine. If not, then, well, I guess I gotta be prepared to eat those words. Her reply is barely a whisper, but the conviction and assurance are so strong it's almost like she's shouted it.
Yes.
Tentatively, her hands start picking at the buttons of my shirt. Her fingers feel warm and soft against my upper body, and I watch with almost bated breath as she undoes each button. Probably. Yeah, probably. I mean, I've had people telling me that this game was fine for Twitch and that they've played it before. And so I feel like I'm pretty safe. But there's always that small chance of things going wrong. Eventually, she undoes the last one and helps me slide the shirt off. I take a deep breath, savoring how her hands feel on my bare chest.
Are you okay with this?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just really nervous. Me too! And her too. And Chad too, apparently. We're all nervous here.
That's okay, me too.
She turns around, exposing the zipper on the back of her dress. Wordlessly, I know what I'm expected to do. Before I pull the zipper down, I kiss her slowly across the back of her neck, causing her to moan lightly. Oh dear God. Truth be told, I have no idea what I'm doing, but from the sounds she's just made, I guess it's working. With the zipper free, Sayori is able to wiggle out of the dress, and a faraway part of me understands why she was so cold. With the dress off, the only thing she's left in is her underwear. Can't help but stare at the sight in front of me. I've never seen Sayori in this state before. Be ready for the reveal? She wears black! She wears black! You're staring! She wears black, guys! What? I am surprised. Pain. Is it safe to remove the text box? Ah! There, I did it. I was so wrong. Me too! I didn't expect this. I didn't. Okay. There's the reveal. Everyone was wrong. Everyone, no one look. It's only gonna get worse. We're probably gonna get a new image for this as well, not just a expecting white too. Again, I was expecting some cute patterns like a ladybug pattern or a heart pattern or something, or white, but not this. Definitely not. Wow. Okay. I swallow. Is she gonna do that too? No. Damn it, this is no time for dirty jokes. Can you blame me? You look amazing. Pretty sure Monica picked that out for her. Maybe she did. Also, interesting fact, when she was wearing that dress, you couldn't see her underwear. She was wearing a shoulderless dress, but despite that, you weren't able to see her bra straps, despite her shoulderless dress. So, where did they come from? Where did they come from? Where did they go? She blushes. The flush of red on her face complements the navy of her underwear. Hold on. Yes, yeah. Oh my god, please. Like, alright. She blushes. The flush of her red face complementing the, yeah. She fumbles for my belt. I have to remind myself that this is really happening. Paid a little too close attention to these details there, my friend. Did I pay a little too much attention to it? Come on, you gotta appreciate the details on the dress. And in this case, there's nothing else you could look at. The only piece of clothing she's wearing is her underwear, so naturally, that's... Don't shame me here, okay? This is an entirely natural reaction. The girl that I've loved since we were kids is practically naked, standing in front of me, undoing my belt. As the belt comes undone, I wriggle out of my trousers. Now we're both standing in just our underwear, both aware of what happens next. We share another kiss with the majority of our clothes off, the tentative longing we're both emanating along with the feel of Sayori's breasts on my chest. There's a tender kind of intimacy in the situation that we're both reveling in. Contrasts against the sense of urgency in the moment. Nope. I've been looking at the wardrobe the entire time, sorry. Well, okay then. It's the inhale for me. Well then. And James, hi. I mean, hey. Oh god, oh no. What a perfect time you've chosen to appear. Unless you've been here this entire time and just lurking. With shaking fingers, I lean towards Sayori's back. I fiddle around with the straps of her bra, but as expected, I have no clue how to undo it. And you're not gonna undo it because I have censored nudity on, so it's gonna stay on. At least that's how it worked with Yuri. Yuri's underwear stayed on. I think that's how censored nudity works here. Unless they have a different way of censoring it for Sayori. Okay. She lets out a light giggle. Having trouble? It's not like undoing a bra is something I have experience with. We're all wrong. We're all wrong. Everyone is wrong. No one was right. Hang on a second. I need a drink. I'm still nervous. I know I have sensor nudity on, but with Twitch you can never be too careful. One wrong move and... oh boy. From all the wholesomeness, we're now getting into this. I mean, it's still wholesome, but... it's definitely different. Why are these things like a damn Rubik's Cube? They aren't. Here, all you have to do is unhook it like this. My breath catches in my throat as it finally comes undone. I pull back so I am in front of her once more. We won't report. I hope so. Depending on how bad it gets, might have to delete the archive from Twitch right away. But I know, censoring should be on, and in that case, it's fine. Okay. Deep breaths. And how come that now that we're in this situation, my viewer count has doubled? You guys know when to tune in, don't you? And in one fluid motion, her bra comes free. Wow. You look beautiful. She giggles shyly as she covers herself with her arms. Sorry, I know they aren't as big as Yuri's, or... Okay. We're in luck. The game said the bra came off, but on the visuals it still stays on. We are safe. We are safe. Everything's good. I take her by surprise as I start kissing her neck, an area that she seems to take particular pleasure from. We're safe, lads, absolutely. Feeling a little more daring, I keep going further down. Before I know it, I am gently caressing her breasts in my hands while my tongue gently glides over them. I hope no new viewers are tuning in now because this is getting weird. If this is what gets you introduced to my channel, I don't know how to feel about it. I really don't know. Okay, please. Please, don't tune in now. Then again, I do want a higher number of average viewers, but this is a bad situation to get introduced. This is so off. Thank you, game, for not showing this. What is this? This? Yeah, this is, this is content. And it is pretty sus, I guess. Isn't he that German guy that played that hentai game? Oh no, that's not what I want to be known for. Please. Please don't. Please don't let me be known for this. What the fuck? All the time I'm planting passionate kisses over her chest, causing her moans to grow louder. Exposed. Don't. Please don't. Oh no. 0 to 100 real quick. Okay. I need to calm myself. I really do. I really do. This is normal content. Please, Twitch, you're not seeing anything here. I mean, literally, we're not seeing anything. She's not even on the screen anymore. But the text is definitely... Oh god, no, do I need to voice her again? It was bad enough for Yuri, and I'm not a good voice actor, and do I need to voice what happens later on? I hope not. I hope it's just descriptive text rather than actual text boxes. I dare say that would be very awkward for me. Please don't voice. It would be so awkward. Please just be descriptive text boxes. I'm more fine with that, honestly. Doesn't matter. They're great just the way they are. Her hands are gently caressing my hair as I continue kissing her body. Once I've started, it's almost impossible to stop. The sexual urges that have been kept at bay since our first tickle fight. I'm sorry, I can't keep my composure right now. Have free reign, and damn if I'll stop them. I'm gonna take a break from streaming. Alright then, I guess that's... How come everyone's so curious about this, by the way? We're all degenerates here, just starting to get entertaining. Let's face it, you guys wouldn't be watching this if you weren't entertained by this either, okay? So yeah, thank you, Taki, for admitting that it's starting to get entertaining. But honestly, I'm equal parts entertained and nervous right now. Actually, more nervous. Scratch that, I'm more nervous than anything. Maybe I should get to work on those essays. You're just scared of my flawless voice acting. What did I just walk into? Oh dear God, no! Thank you for the follow. And this is what I've been afraid of. People discovering my channel from this. This is exactly what I've been talking about earlier, how I'm afraid that I'll be known as the guy who played this. It's happening. But yeah, this is a Doki Doki Literature Club mod called Blue Skies, which continues the story past the festival, where you get to know the characters more and actually get to romance them properly. And we're probably about to finish the story. Enticing smell of her pheromones. You'd be surprised how many times the character has commented on her smell. Oh dear God. But oh wow. I know, it's the perfect time to wander in on stream. Oh well, I guess this is what I'm gonna be known for. Better embrace it. I don't want to embrace it. Doesn't usually play these types of games. We promise, just you walked in at a bad time. Cat mating season in February. Wow, okay. But yeah, normally this game is very wholesome, okay? This game is normally very, very wholesome. Simulated right now the strangely enticing smell of her pheromones along with the allure of her taste. Normally this game is very wholesome. This is just this is the second time of her taste. Yes. Main character is weird. Oh, but yeah. Baka. No, we're not on Natsuki's character route. We're on Sayori's character route. How wholesome. If we were on Natsuki's character route, then your bakas would be very much placed correctly. But Sayori's character route, Natsuki's character route, by the way, is the only character route out of the three that didn't have this kind of scene. Yuri's had one, Sayori's has one, but Natsuki is entirely safe. In fact, they have both. Well, I think it's the case here as well. I'm gonna assume it's the case here. So Sayori's and Yuri's character route have special artworks for them doing the deed, whereas Natsuki's character route has special artwork for her in a body bag, dead. And I feel very insulted by that. Natsuki's might not have one for legal purposes. I mean, she's around the same age as everyone else. Of course, for this mod, what? Yeah, what indeed. But yeah, not so okay with it, I guess. Yeah. But what I'm assuming you're talking about what I just said about the Natsuki being dead. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what they use their artwork for. Every character out has 2 new artworks, and they're using Natsuki's second artwork for her in a body bag, whereas all the other characters use it for them doing the deed. So I felt very, very bad about that. Since it's a mod. I'm okay with that, I guess, since it's a mod. Well, yeah. Well, the distraction was nice while it lasted, but I'm still gonna have to go through this, so see you guys in jail. Because I'm definitely gonna... No, I'm not gonna get banned. Well, I'm not gonna get banned. Just gotta believe. Just gotta believe, and I'm gonna be safe. Wasn't there to see the build-up to having Natsuki like that? Oh man. Might have deserved better, poor girls. I mean, Natsuki only ends up dead in the bad ending. There are, I think, 3 endings to each character out, a good one, a bad one, and a neutral one. For Natsuki, I got all of them. For Yuri, I think I got the good one and the bad one. I think I'm missing the neutral one for her, but I don't know what I need to do differently. And they definitely do deserve better, all of them. And another follow. Thank you, the boring man. But yeah. For this mod, you gotta specify. Right. I always gotta specify, but I'm not. Hello, I follow you. Thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. But oh god, there's more. Exactly my thoughts. Again, this is not what I want to be known for, by the way. We're gonna encounter probably some very interesting artwork coming up right now. And I am scared. Like your hair? Why, thank you. You'd be surprised how long it took for me to not have my hair going inside my skull all the time. But yeah, alright. Oh man, the artwork. We're all gonna be curious here. Let's see how it goes along. Oh, this is so awkward. I feel so bad for anyone coming in. Another one. Salty cake girls. Hi. Salty cake girl. Hi. Hi. I am sorry, okay? You're walking in at an awkward time here. This game was wholesome up until a second ago. I apologize for it getting weird. But it is safe. Don't worry. Another one. Oh god. It's still wholesome, but it's so awkward. I feel like this is actually gonna be what I'm gonna be known for. Alright. Let's just push through it. Let's go. I can do this. The sound of her moans. I can't do this. I can't. I had the exact same reaction, by the way, when it happened with Yuri. And now it's happening with Sayori. Okay. Just gotta stay calm. I can do this. The sight of her body, it's almost a sensory overload. But it's not unpleasant in the slightest. Stand up and look her in the eyes. Wordlessly, she slips off the final article of clothing on her body. And I follow suit. Now we're both fully exposed. I should feel vulnerable. After all, who wouldn't when they're naked? But with Sayori, no, vulnerable would be the wrong word. I feel safe. The intimacy between us is like a warm cocoon. The silence stretches on for what feels like much longer as we take the sight of each other in. Don't you wink at me, don't you wink at me. Don't you wink at me, ducky. Okay. Oh god, I'm getting so nervous. And it intensifies. Hang on, I need to drink something again. I'm getting dizzy. Oh, I'm too nervous for this shit right now. Plus NS of double. I caught a Snorlax. This is sick. Wow. Thank you. Thank you for offering a distraction. Thank you very much for offering a distraction. Got a Snorlax. How nice. Yeah. Nice. Snorlax is a great Pokemon. Did you? I like it. This is disturbing. Oh no. Oh no. Can't distract myself too long. Let's push through it. We can do this. You know, I feel called out because when I was on this part on the Yuri route, the same thing happened. I also got an influx in viewers during the intimacy scenes. During the intimate scene with Yuri, I also got an influx in viewers. I don't know, maybe I should be doing this more often, but I can't. This is really not what I want to be known for. But do it for the views, do it for the views. No, I'm not gonna do it for the views. I'm gonna do it because it's part of a game I enjoy, part of a mod I enjoy. That's the only reason. Pokemon Go, they're so rare and this is so sick. Sure, it'll make more sense if he goes through the narrative. The narrative makes this game so nice. Again, this entire game up till now has been very wholesome, and it's actually been really good at showing these mental issues and how to deal with them in a better way. But then there's also this, and it looks like this is gonna be what I'm gonna be known for, and I'm not sure how to feel about that. This entire mod, yes, exactly. Thank you for correcting me again. The gentle curve of her lips, smooth allure to her skin. The game was good at that. The mod, I don't know. Well, the mod was also kind of good at dealing with their issues. Other than the weird exes smiling the girls. Yeah, true, that was strange. I guess that's one of the main character's kinks, but oh well. How perky and shapely her breasts are. Along with the endearing, shy expression on her face. Shush, Debbie. I'm into it so far. Alright, fair enough. This might have been her idea, but it's clear that she's just as nervous as I am. But most of all, actually seeing her like this in such an exposed, intimate state. There's a slight air of awkwardness, but I guess this is a given. Oh no. At least we can share the awkwardness with each other. Wait, I don't have any, Oh no. Please tell me Sayori's prepared and we're not doing it raw. Wholesome, yes. But please tell me she's prepared. Please tell me Sayori's prepared if we're not prepared. Because this is getting very, very, very bad. You know. She nods wordlessly and reaches into the pocket of her dress, pulling out a full package. Oh, she was prepared. She was prepared for this moment. And thank you. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's my first donation. Baka! Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You can't even describe that. Thank you. Thank you. I don't feel like I deserved it. But thank you anyway. That is my first donation, and I really, really, really appreciate it. Even though this is an awkward situation, we're up to 7 viewers. What's going on? Oh dear God. Help me. Oh no. It's such a weird time. It is what it is. 10? Oh no. I'm gonna be known for this. My channel is gonna be known for this. Oh dear God. Oh no. Let's not dwell on it too much. I think all those lovely viewers would like to see the nice artwork that's gonna follow soon, probably. So I am gonna do this for the viewers. Let's carry on. Went from 2 to 10. It's fine. I wanna be known. Oh no. More than you. Alright. Calm down. Let's push through. Let's see what this lovely artwork is gonna be like. She nods wordlessly and reaches into the pocket of her dress, pulling out a full package. I raise an eyebrow.
What? I just like to plan ahead a little.
I decide not to press it, given the situation we're in. After fumbling around for a few moments, we're set. At this point, my already raging hormones have decided to take over. I gently push her down towards the bed, with my lips never once separating from hers. She understands my intentions and wordlessly complies, slowly sinking down. It's gonna happen. We're gonna get an artwork very soon. Oh dear God. Okay. I sink down with her, resting so that my elbows are on either side of her, with my hands on either side of her face. I am scared too. You're not the only one. And I am the one who should be more scared than anyone. Because if the censoring fails for some reason, then I'm in deep shit. Also, did you... I stopped drawing for this, but... No! There's no need for you to donate, but thank you anyway. I really appreciate this. This is not happening. Thank you so much. I don't feel like I've earned it. I really don't feel like I've earned it, but thank you so much for the donation. Worth quality content. Oh no. It's like, seriously. No worries, I think you... Why? Alright, thanks. Oh god. This is like, I think this might be the most viewers I've had so far, and it's my first stream I've gotten donations on. And this is what we're doing. I guess this is what I'm gonna be known for, but really, thank you. We need to get that average viewer up so I can sub. Alright, I guess that's what we're doing. In that case, let's actually get to that artwork. Then again, the sooner I get to it, the sooner everyone's gonna be like, alright, we've seen what we wanted to see, now we're leaving. So maybe I should stall a bit. Keep the anticipation up, you know? No, I'm not that kind of guy. I won't deny you the right to see what you came here to see. So let's push on. My way? Okay, I read that. I am tenderly thumbing her cheeks as I do so. Her eyes flutter open and close. Eventually, I'm at what I think is the right spot. So let's talk about anime to stretch it out. No, we've already talked about anime early on. We can't bring up that topic again, I think. Would donate, but I don't have a card. Maneuver misspell. I mean, there are a bunch of spelling errors in this game. I try not to hold it against them because overall the game is amazing. But yeah, I'm not holding it against you, dude. Like, seriously, no one needs to donate. I keep saying that over and over. If you want to donate, I really do appreciate it. But you don't have to. In this mod, thank you again for correcting me. I always say this game. But yeah, you don't have to donate. If you can't donate or don't want to donate, no one is forcing you to. I mean, I appreciate every single donation I'm getting, which is 2 by now. And 2 on one stream, so this definitely kickstarted something for me. But yeah, if you can't donate or don't want to, you don't have to. I know there are a lot of people who are expecting people to donate to them, but I'm not one of them. So, there we go. Got that cleared up, so don't feel bad if you can't do it. Eventually I'm at what I think is the right spot. Right spot? Go on, okay. Yeah. Let's see what's going on here. She gives me the tiniest of nods. It's small, but I can read what it says. I'm ready. Doing my best to ignore how loudly my heart is beating, I start to slowly insert myself inside her. It's happening. She immediately gasps. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just didn't know what to expect.
I can stop if you'd like. She closes her eyes once more, breathing in heavily.
No, it's fine. Keep going.
She wraps her arms around my neck and smiles up at me.
It's okay.
Please be censored, please be censored, please be censored. Let me triple check. It's on. It's on. Okay. I'm literally shaking right now. Heroes never die. Carrying her though. Wait, what? Okay. Stop shaking, calm yourself. We are safe. I double and triple checked. I quadruple checked.
It's okay.
I nod back at her, resuming my position as I slowly slide myself into her once more. Waves of pleasure shoot through my body. This warm, wet sensation is completely foreign to me. Thank you for the nice description you're giving here, game. I'm sure everyone here is curious about this. But it feels absolutely incredible. I involuntarily let out a grunt as this feeling courses through my veins. Sayori moans with satisfaction, squirming slightly underneath me. I hope it just describes in text boxes that she's moaning. And it's not gonna actually be a dialogue box which has her moan in it. Please don't make me do that. As I push further, her moans grow louder. I am all the way inside her at this point, and the feeling has grown stronger and stronger. Yeah, dude, in-game is just happy he's in high-ranked Overwatch match. The writers went really hard on this Overwatch game description. Shifty eyes, yeah. Yeah, that's, I'm already Tracer. This is straight up porn. Oh, dear God. Well, now people are tuning out again, so maybe I should go on with what people want to see. Like, if I go far enough, then the artwork is gonna be the thumbnail for the stream, right? And that's gonna attract a bunch of people if I know the Twitch community. Oh, Pepe. No, this is transformative work. What is going on right now? Alright. Sayori slowly starts moving her hips to match the rhythm that I'm using. Her movements sync perfectly with mine, causing my breath to become ragged. It's guideline safe. Baka. I mean, it's censored. And I've heard people have played this before. People talked about having played this before and it being saved. And it being safe. It has to be safe. It has to be guideline safe. I've never experienced anything remotely as satisfying as this in my entire life. The game is just teasing us at this point by not showing the artwork. It knows everyone wants to see it, but it's keeping the screen black. Playing this mod before it... Right, thank you. Damn it, I'm gonna get corrected all the time. All the while, Sayori's chest is gently heaving up and down. Goosebumps are visible on the surface of her skin, and there's a flush visible on her face. She's biting her lip in pleasure, the sight of which spurs me on to try going a little faster. I can't even read anymore. Everyone say goodbye to Code Switch account. F in the chats, yeah, F in the chat. No, it's guideline safe. You just gotta believe it's safe. Don't jinx us here, okay? Believe it's safe. You gotta believe in the heart of the cards. You gotta some donos before you go. So that's what it's for. It's like a farewell gift. Thank you. Now I'm starting to feel a little bit better about the donations. Now I... Oh dear God. Okay. Ah, that's incredible. Every push inside her feels like heaven. I can't believe I'm reading this right now. Clearly, it's not just me feeling this way, as I can feel Sayori's nails rake down my back. Doesn't hurt or anything, and I'm glad she's enjoying this just as much as I am. The heart of the cards. Yeah, I said that. What else do you believe in? Eventually, I start to feel some kind of build-up. And hello, Blub. Blub. Thank you for joining at this very perfect timing. I'm still curious to see when we're gonna get the artwork. Or is the game gonna... or did the mod creators not provide a safe for work artwork of this scene and only have the not safe for work art, and that's why they're keeping the screen black? Because they haven't provided an alternative, unlike with Yuri. Might be the case. Walked in at a good time. At least no one played 4 mana 7 out of 7 so far. How are you doing? I'm doing quite well, but I'm very nervous. When Fast becomes back now from his Bible documentary. This is a nice change of pace. From a Bible documentary to this. but we'd all welcome him back with open arms. You've had enough of the Holy Spirit. Now prepare for some nice needed change of pace. Through this scene, it's not that intense. I know, but I'm still nervous. I know it's coming, and with each thrust I can feel my limit rapidly drawing near. Sayori, there's no stopping now. With one final thrust, I finally surrender. For a few moments, I lose control of my body as the waves of pleasure grow to dizzying levels. I am already dizzy. Skills to safety. Oh dear God. Where's the artwork? We're all looking forward to seeing it. It's like 30 seconds. Nicely done. You know what? Yeah, that's... Then again, let's count all the time we've spent talking about different stuff and distracting myself from this dialogue. Let's count that as time he's actually as additional time for him. In that case, I think he lasted a bit longer. Sayori also cries out as her body shudders as well. In that moment, we both lose control, surrendering ourselves to nature. For a moment there's silence, broken only by the sounds of our panting. I roll off Sayori, breathing heavily. A light sheen of sweat is coating the both of us. Not surprising given the intense body heat we were sharing. Is this a new K-pop song narration? Yes. Absolutely. Sit up briefly to dispose of the condom as Sayori slips her underwear back on. So we're not getting an artwork for this scene. So either they didn't do one for this, or they didn't provide a safe for work censored version of this artwork. For Yuri, either there was a censored version for Yuri, or Yuri actually kept her underwear on during the deed. Skip this, click through this. I will not. I will see what's going on. You're not gonna get art? Thank God, Jesus Christ. Maybe we're gonna get the, like, a morning after artwork, where it's just like lying in bed, staring at her from the side. Maybe that's the kind of artwork we're getting. That would be a lot more wholesome, definitely. Get rid of this text bubble. Alright, okay, I get it. The deed. I guess she's still a little self-conscious. There, I got rid of it. Didn't want me to sit on a text bubble involving the word condom. Smiled tenderly at her as she snuggles up to me. Particularly after our climax, it feels incredibly intimate to have her this close to me. Whew. I don't know how to break the silence. Luckily, Sayori does it for me. Code, we're really not getting any artwork. I feel kind of cheated out of a piece of art. I mean, on one hand, I feel a lot safer, but oh well. What's going on in chat right now? The writer says anything about smell right now, I swear to God. But so let's go. We've seen them before, by the way. I guess he kind of came a little bit late. But everyone was wrong with their prediction. We all predicted white, or them to be striped, or have some sort of cutesy pattern. No, they're navy blue. They're navy colored. I expected them to be a lighter color. They're basically black. And everyone was surprised. Let's get it, boys. The treasure is ours. Code? I love you. I love you too, Sayori. I still can't believe that I had to voice all those, had to read out all those descriptions. At least it wasn't as bad as it was for Yuri. Because let me remind you, Yuri actually had text bubbles with some ah sounds. So, well, I said pink. Everyone was wrong. That was absolutely incredible. Wholesome moment. Thank God. She has boing boing? Absolutely. I mean, didn't you pay attention to her dialogue even in the original game? Remember when you have her scene where you're trying to close up her sweater and you struggle to close the button near her chest, and she talks about how her chest has grown bigger again. So she definitely has the boing boing, just not as big as, you know, a certain other person in this club. She giggles softly. And also here come the oboes, apparently.
It really was.
Why did you remember that scene?
Because?
I remembered that scene. I'm currently on Sayori's character route. So it didn't happen too long ago. Silence again. It's not uncomfortable though. I'm trying to rack my brains for what I want to say the most. I think this has been the best day of my life so far.
Mine too, Code. Mine too.
The dreamy tone in her voice makes me smile. Oh, Sayori, you're perfect, literally. There's not a single thing that I'd change about you. You know, this would be a lot more wholesome if she was wearing more clothes. It would be a lot less weird. Like, imagine the same text, but she was actually wearing clothes. Then I wouldn't feel awkward in the slightest about any of this. Best 30 seconds of my life. It's true, it's true. There's no single thing that I'd change about you. She opens her mouth to protest. On instinct, I know what she's going to say. Yes, even your depression. I've been so proud of you. You've come such a long way. Interesting choice of words? Well, what else? It's a very nice choice of words. From opening up to me, agreeing to therapy, eventually having the strength to do it alone. Say bon appetit. Well, I'm so happy that I'm just gonna keep pressing on, because who knows, maybe soon enough she'll be wearing clothes again. Or we're gonna be getting a wholesome artwork, one of the two. So happy that I'm able to have been by your side. I know we've only been together for 2 months, but it honestly feels a lot longer. There's silence for a moment.
I don't know what to say, Code. I really don't. Except thank you and I love you. I couldn't have imagined doing any of this without you. You're the best boyfriend a girl could ever ask for.
I'm nothing special. It's you who...
No, you really are, Code. You're just too modest to see it.
I mean, there could be better people. Like, take the exact same person, but make him less dense. Get it, sex jokes? We've had sex jokes earlier on. And on previous streams, we've had a lot of them. Like, there was one stream that was just filled with them. It's supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. What, the jokes? I know it's a reference. I get it. You know, I really need to keep going to her being closed sometime soon, because having her being in this state for the majority of the stream would be weird. So before I start going to different topics, because I know I get off topic sometimes, but I don't want to do that now. Because otherwise this would be a very long scene. Get a clove, come on, alright, let's go. Get Sayori clothed, speedrun. Take the same person and make him less dense. I mean, yeah, that's... I mean, is it really such a bad idea? Alright, you've always been so caring and loving towards me. Since day one, you've always made it your mission to put a smile on my face. Something you've always succeeded at. You're the sunshine in my life, the light that's there to guide me through my darkest days. Something that I'll always be so grateful for. You haven't just given me a reason to smile. No, you gave me something I thought I'd forever lost.
You gave me hope. Actual, genuine hope. That maybe, just maybe, things might be okay.
That's it. That was the ending. I mean, I get it. It's a nice, wholesome ending. I just didn't expect it to end on them doing the deed. I didn't expect it to end on that note. I expected there to be a little bit more. But yeah, the deed. I'm gonna keep saying the deed. It's the best way to describe it, in my opinion. But honestly, though, I guess it makes sense. It makes it a perfect point to end, theoretically, because we've just about reached the 3-hour mark, which is how long my streams usually go, around that mark. So this actually is quite nice. And again, do I want to... Quite wholesome. It is quite wholesome. But kind of sad that we didn't get, like, at the very least, like a wholesome morning after artwork, where we're just like seeing from main character's point of view, seeing Sayori lying in bed next to him. That would have been such a nice wholesome artwork. Nekopara next. Sorry man, but I've kind of said that I wanted to do Life is Strange. But I do know that Nekopara is definitely an interesting one. Trust me, you won't get banned from Twitch. There has to be a censored mode in Nekopara. If there is an uncensored version. There has to be at least one mode in Nekopara that's safe for Twitch, so I am tempted to try it out, considering how famous it is. But there isn't. At least I hope so. Strange way to end. Maybe he just was gone the next morning. Maybe. Hoo boy. But yeah, definitely. I think... Then again, up next won't be... Hang on a second. So you finally made it, huh? All 3 routes, all 3 good endings. Back in February 2018, I never would have imagined that trying DDLC would have had such long-lasting ripples on my life. It's extremely cliched, but DDLC perhaps is perhaps the most... is perhaps the most influential game I've ever played. Not only did it finally give me the chance to try my hand at writing, a hobby I've always wanted to try, but it also gave me the opportunity to meet some wonderful people who I otherwise never would have had the chance to meet. More importantly, DDLC opened my eyes to the world of Japanese media. With two... With two standouts being Danganronpa and... God damn it, what is that second one? Can't read it, something shoujo. Please tell me in chat what that was, because I couldn't read it. Dan taught me the important lesson of never judging a book by its cover. Working on this project for over 2 years was extremely difficult. 2 years it took to finish this game, wow. This mod. The stress of getting the entire project together was really... damn it, I can't read. Perusive, and I'd lie awake for many nights wondering if it would be worth it. In the end, I'm glad I pulled through, partially because I worked to prove to myself that I could stick to a new hobby, but also because I wanted to share my story in the hope that it would have a positive impact on someone's life. I really hope that you enjoyed diving back into the world of DDLC, and if this mod made you smile, if just for one person or person I think, then I think it's all really worth it. As a final goodbye, I'd just like to give anyone wanting to start writing a piece of advice. Just start. Cliched, tired, and true, I know. But it's the most honest advice I would give you. You never know where it'll take you. I didn't know in February 2018, and I am proud of where I am now. Sir Sans Swampert. PS to all my fellow devs and friends who kept up a continual stream of encouragement. Thank you. The mod wouldn't be here without you guys. So there we go, got a nice little message from the developers at the end. Life is Strange sounds like a great next one, to be honest. Well, let me just tell you again about Life is Strange. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I know absolutely nothing about the game. I just think it's story-driven. And that makes going in completely blind all the better, in my opinion. Which is one of the reasons why I wanted to play it, even though I haven't gotten any specific recommendations for it. Because I know it's kind of popular. And that's about it. So yeah. But before I start that, I have kind of promised that if I do finish with DDLC, or rather with Doki Doki Blue Skies, and I still haven't done Slender, I'm gonna do it after this mod is over at the last possible time. So, and now that we're done here, I feel like I should probably set up a time for Slender now. Now again, I want everyone's feedback on this, so if you're on the Discord, I'd love to get feedback like in the general discussions tab. But my current recommendation is Saturday, 11 PM Central European Time. That's like the best time I can come up with right now. Then again, I'd love to get some feedback. If any of you have any better recommendations, I'd love to hear them. But that's gonna be the first stream, and probably the only one for at least quite a while, that I'm actually gonna properly go out of my way to announce ahead of time. So yeah. Yes, someone's hyped, I guess. So Slender: The Arrival, I was told to play it. One of the reasons I've been holding off was because I was kind of hoping for a sale, but given the fact that I've been getting donations today, I literally have no excuse not to spend my money on getting that game. Getting everything set up, and then streaming it on Saturday. So I'll probably be having another stream in between. Wait, you got donations this stream, right? Yeah, this stream. 2 of them, actually. And those were my first ever donations, so needless to say that, yeah, I was very happy with those. Make time for whenever you choose. Alright, again, we're gonna hopefully have a little bit of discussion in the Discord community, and I'll post an announcement once I've firmly decided on the time. For first ones ever, it was wholesome. Well, I don't think I'm in a situation where donations are gonna be anything but wholesome. But who knows? Hey, feel free to prove me wrong! Wink wink, nudge nudge. No, but seriously, I again really appreciate everything that happened today. And I'm so glad that I got to play this mod, by the way, as well. It was amazing. Even if some scenes were a little bit risky, I still enjoyed every second of it. Even if I did get a little bit nervous, that didn't take away from the enjoyment I had. So by the way, if you're just if you watched this stream and you haven't seen the other character routes, maybe if you maybe just started the journey of watching alongside me later on, feel free to get this mod and just try out one of the other character routes on your own time. Both the original game and the mod are free, so there's literally no excuse to not do it. And I can definitely really recommend it. So yeah, let's just see If there's any kind of other special thing after this message, I don't think so. I think they'd be expecting a lot. Actually, no, there's more. I was gonna end it, but guess what? We have some more reading to do. Is every major dev of this game gonna give a small little message? You've had like above 3 viewers this entire stream, so maybe 2 viewers average now. I think so. I think we should have made at least that. But we need 3. Alright. Hello and congrats on reaching all 3 good endings. Anime, manga, and visual novels have been passions of mine for my entire life. I grew up on Doraemon and Chibi, Maruko-chan, and as the years passed, I explored every genre out there. Yes, I had the typical shoujo manga phase in middle school, and even fangirled over yaoi and yuri in high school. I have always loved the way these types of media have never been afraid to push the boundaries on their limitations, despite technically being cartoons. Anime and manga address serious concerns and adult matters. They were able to utilize the art of their mediums to convey certain messages that could not be conveyed through live action. Also, 10 at 1 point, so yeah. All 3 endings, you played through it 3 times already, yeah. I cleared all 3 character routes. Then again, who knows, should I make a bonus stream at some point, where I jump back in and try to get the endings I haven't gotten? Because I think I'm still missing a neutral ending for Yuri, and for Sayori, by the way, a fact I'm kind of proud of now, I got the good ending on my first try. But there should also be more endings for her. So who knows, should I do a bonus stream at some point trying to get the neutral ending for Yuri and the neutral and bad ending for Sayori? I'll think about it, okay? I'll think about it. Maybe. But I'm not entirely sure, so don't count on it. Also, one thing I also quickly want to mention, it's kind of off topic. Good ending first try, ladies man, I see. Only on this one. Like, the other ones took me a couple of tries. Like for Yuri, I got the bad ending first, then the good ending. For Natsuki, I got the neutral ending first, then the good ending, and then I went back in to get the bad ending. And for this one, I've only gotten the good ending. Amazing. Now, quickly off topic, because the previous note also mentioned Danganronpa. Just want to address it real quick. Did you know that the creator of Danganronpa has stated that he, despite the previous Danganronpa game feeling like a finale, he has stated that he hasn't written off the idea of making more. So, might as well mention that if there is ever another Danganronpa game, I'd be down to play it on this channel, as long as people would like to see it, because I really adore the franchise. So, since it was mentioned in the previous note, I just felt like I had to mention it. Now, as for visual novels, it amazes me that they can allow us to form such deep attachment to fictional characters. A well-written visual novel is wonderful in that it encourages you to actively empathize with the characters, to walk in their shoes so that you can make the appropriate choice when the time comes. Like you as a player, I would have tried for all the good endings that Blue Skies included. And as someone who enjoys 100%ing visual novels, I would have felt awful, as I always do, when purposefully choosing the incorrect choices for the bad endings. My wish is that, through Blue Skies, I have helped you feel the same way. I definitely did feel awful when going out of my way to get Natsuki's bad ending, which ended up in her being beaten to death by her father and ending up in a body bag. Definitely felt bad about that one. But I did it anyway. Even after the many sleepless nights spent hunched over my drawing tablet and squinting at countless pages of writing and code, I wouldn't change a thing about my experience with Blue Skies. It has introduced me to a singularly extraordinary, albeit sometimes fanatical community. And to many incredible modders, thank you for allowing me the opportunity to make this mod. Without you, the player, I wouldn't have had a reason to undergo such a project, and for that, you have my sincere gratitude. Thank you for playing Doki Doki Blue Skies, and I hope you had fun. I hope you had fun doing so. See you, Space Cowboy. Kiori. That's it? That's it. Well, that's it. We finished Doki Doki Blue Skies. That's a new artwork on the title screen. That's the, yeah, right, that's the screen we got during the end of the credits, where the main character appeared, where we now have the options. Beautiful. The previous title screen was interesting as well, but I think this one is a lot more wholesome. Having all the characters together here. Kind of sad that there's no secret Monica route. Okay, so how do I download Blue Skies DLC? I never actually downloaded a fan-made DLC for a Steam game. If you go to their official website, they actually explain it rather nicely. I think they just, you need to have the game installed, and I think you need to just push the folder into the game directory, and that's it. Like, you know how to, if you played the original game, you know how to access the game's directory anyway, because it's needed for the story progression. But yeah. But kind of sad. I kind of would have expected like a secret character out from one. That's another thing. If I do I'm definitely gonna do a bonus stream now where I try to get the missing endings. But there is a choice when you choose which girl to spend your weekend with. There is an option to choose Monica. And I kind of want to see what happens if you choose that. But that's gonna happen in the bonus stream. Like, depending on how frequently I stream, the bonus stream might happen before Saturday. But it might just be that it's afterwards. So I'm kind of curious if, or maybe it's just gonna be an option where it's like in the original game where it's like, oh, well, you shouldn't help Monica, and they just give you the fake option. And the moment you choose it, you get some additional dialogue, and that's it. And then you get back to choosing from the other three. Might just be like that. But I'm willing to try it out anyway. You never know. Maybe there actually is a secret, like a nice little hangout that you can do. Like a new artwork of you spending the weekend with Monica at least. So, let's find out next time. As I said, I'm gonna call it quits here. It's around my usual stream length. Part of me wants to keep going because I still have an above average number of viewers. Especially now my viewer count just went up by 1 again after I'm just calling it quits. But yeah, thing is, kind of getting hungry and tired, so I feel like I really should call it quits. And anything I do now would just... I definitely won't be able to finish everything else this game has to offer, so I'm definitely gonna have to do one more stream. And if I do some stuff now, then the next stream might just be extremely short. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to stream for like an hour. I mean, I think I've streamed for like an hour before, but it's just... streaming for like an hour is such a waste. So I don't think I'm gonna do that all that much unless I absolutely want to stream and don't have more time than an hour. So, now to finish it off, I am going to quickly find someone to raid. And, Ducky, if you are live again, then I think that's probably gonna be you. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to look for someone else. Just some random dude in that case. So, let me quickly get out of that game. Quickly exit on out of here. And now, let's look. Ducky's live? Alright then, that clears that up. Then let's go for my standard route and just go ahead and host Ducky. Gotta use all the viewers I currently have, which is, again, above average, definitely. So this is Ducky, if you are still hearing this despite being live. I hope you appreciate all the viewers you're gonna get now. Thanks for the content. Night. Alright, good night. Also appreciate it, and thanks again for the donation. You really didn't have to. But I really do appreciate it. Thanks. So, let's go. Assassin Ducky. And I see you finally have a profile picture as well. Well, your viewer count is gonna increase in a second, so I hope you're prepared. Alright. We're getting ready to raid. In 3, 2, 1, and see you guys on the other side. Bye bye. And this one goes out to all the people watching this on YouTube. To you too. Hope you have a lovely day. Hope you stick around for any reactions or Twitch uploads you can find. And yeah, hope to see you around. Bye!